hour and a half to do that, man.
2 hours.
Well, I figured the last half an hour you ain't gonna do nothing.
Let's go live. Let's go live. Yeah, on your phone. Click there to reconnect with that. Your phone that's on.
No, that shouldn't be a problem. It should be. Is it? It then.
The destination. You on live now? You on live on YouTube? That's
all right. Let's go. Let's go.
Hit it.
I don't see the thing up there. Click. Get rid of that.
Yeah, X that out.
Okay.
First stop to the next stop. Covering all your sports info. You step in and stand clear. Let's go. Don't stop. You got Super Dave, Coach Kirk, and Todd the Magnificent.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio, where the world of hip hop and sports live.
All right, y'all. Good afternoon. We are live. It is Super Dave along with Coach Kurt.
Such an enjoyable weekend.
Serge, the sports star.
Such a miserable weekend.
Slick the Relic.
I gotta agree. The living fossil.
And Todd the Magnificent.
In the building, ready to go. Y'all
Shout out to G Money, who's on assignment. Tiny in the building. All right, peace and blessings to all. D Gore should be along with us shortly, aka Mousy, aka Chocolate Drip. All right, so today is May 18th. And time moves on. It's a beautiful day in New York, along the East Coast. The weather's up. Ironically, the Long Island Railroad is on strike. So shout out to people struggling to get to and from the work. And if you able to stay home and work remote, blessings to you. But anyway, we had to talk about some things in the world of sports. We got to do any condolences, anything like that, in case of slip. You know, we just try to get everything out the way or in order. But yeah. We're here. We're going to talk about some sports. The Eastern Conference and Western Conference finals start. We're in the middle of baseball. We have some tennis going on, and shucks, the draft will be coming up. But Sunday, this coming Sunday, live and direct right here in Floral Park, borderline of Queens, Nassau County. It's going down Sunday. Bars and Hoops radio show. First stop to the next stop. Red Cup Cafe and all other shows. We'll be having our annual barbecue here, 110 Jericho Turnpike from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Come out, tell a friend, tell a foe, tell a friend. All right, let's tell a friend. All right, so come share the love with us at our spot. We're feeding you. Bring what you like to drink, or we'll have some drinks, but come on out and share some love with us. Good food, good time, good fun. Gonna have a little spades tournament if you have some skills. I wouldn't say bring your ball, but anyway, we'll show you some things as we move on around here. So Coach Kurt, let's start with you. How was your weekend?
The kids won. I was there Saturday. I couldn't make it Sunday because I was enjoying something else.
Talk about it.
We'll talk about that later.
All right.
But the kids won the tournament on Sunday. So, they won for the ring, and they all got rings and other stuff and everything. But I'm happy for them. Glad they make it. Third grade team.
All right.
So they're trying to go to Made Hoops. I think they're going to combine the third and fourth grade and go to Made Hoops.
All right. In the building, D Gores just entered. Serge, let's talk about it. Sports star, talk about it. How was your weekend, Serge?
Really?
Yes, really. We go around,
It was
Keep
a
it-
disaster.
keep it short, keep it sweet. If that's what it is, that's what it
That's
is.
what it was, a disaster.
All right, well. All right, so you gonna get ample
Exactly.
time to talk about it.
No, I don't need ample
All right,
time.
yeah.
I let the victors do all the talking this week.
Such is life. That's how we go. All right, let's go. The relic.
Went fishing. There's a miserable weekend too, other than the fishing. That's about it.
We went fishing Canarsie Pier.
No, I went to Massachusetts, Hyannis.
Oh, okay.
All right. All right,
Ain't nothing
Todd,
wrong with the pier.
No,
magnificent.
I go there too.
I had a great weekend.
I'd rather that. It's
Friday went bowling with some of the men from my church, man. We had a
Okay.
great time.
Good,
I
man.
woke up the next day, my whole body was killing me. Yo, I said my whole body.
Oh,
Everything.
wow.
I said, yo, I gotta get in some shape, man. This is ridiculous. Yo, from bowling,
Wow.
head to toe, bro, hurting. You know what
So,
I'm saying? Out of shape. I gotta do something.
so let me share some with you. So you know when you go up and bowling and you doing that little walk and you pull that ball back and you slide it down, you are using muscles that you usually don't use.
Exactly.
So
Trust me when I tell you.
you should have went home, had a banana, ice yourself down.
Banana.
I woke up a lot of muscles I wasn't using, bro. Trust me when I
Alright.
tell you on that.
All right.
You know.
Use the heavy ball,
Nah, I don't use a real heavy
Yeah.
ball. No.
or I used to be able to use a
My
16.
hands,
Yeah.
my arms messed up. I can't do it.
So-
now.
All right.
Yeah,
So
but I had a good time. We had a good weekend.
Medicine ball.
all right. So all I'm
What'd you
saying
score?
is
The highest I scored was 125.
Okay, you cracked
Okay.
on it.
so yeah, man, you
That was
did
the
good.
Last, that was your last bowl, or that was your...
That was the first one was 113.
Okay.
The second
you
one was
cracked on it.
125.
Okay.
All right, so you did good. You did good. I mean, you know, and it's just it's just a small thing as far as just getting in shape. I mean,
Well,
you know,
The fellowship was good, being out with the guys,
That's
you know,
good, yeah.
out of the church setting,
That's
you
good.
know, hanging out with the guys. We all had a good time. It was good.
all right. D Gores, aka talk about it. How was your weekend, sir?
I mean, the weekend was bittersweet. You know, I had my homie, you know, lay his boy to rest. You know, his son passed away a week before.
Condolences.
So I drove out to do that, you know, support him. Guy I've known basically my whole life. He's like my third best friend.
Okay.
I've known him since I've been like
Who was
about
your
10
first
years
one,
old.
Yes.
John James. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you did.
yeah. But
Hey,
you
rest
know,
in peace, man.
yeah.
And to the family, my condolences.
You know,
Drove out there to do that, but it was all good though.
Audrey Drayton, her birthday. I think her birthday was last week.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, we're talking about the cookout. We're gonna ask whoever come out. Look, we'll have a good time. We'll have some fun. Coach Kurt, let's start off with the baseball.
Hopefully it don't rain Sunday
Right.
because I heard it might
Well,
rain. It's supposed to rain
okay,
this weekend.
right. So if
Got a rain date.
yes, the rain
That's the
date will
next
be
day.
the next day. So we'll be working double hard because we'll be doing our show, and then we'll be in between the cookout. So we'll rotate with the cookout. If Monday happened to be the rain date, and we'll be rotating. And
Okay.
right, but far as everything right now, Sunday. That's correct. May 24th.
I'm
Right,
saying
so-
it right now. If we got to come Monday, I'm going to join the Long Island Railroad on the picket line.
No
Damn
doubt.
holiday, y'all.
All right. So
So you got to what?
No, yeah, I got to work. 'cause
All right.
Dave is telling me I got to be here.
all right, no, you don't have to be here. It's everything's by choice. All right, so coach, let's talk about it. Baseball.
Oh.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all, man. Yeah. It was an enjoyable weekend. Got to see, you know, people I haven't seen in a while, you know, former co-workers. I brought my nephew to the game with me. I'm gonna say this. Going out, whether it's the Garden, Barclays, City Field, yo, it's a ripoff, man.
We all
Everything's expensive,
You gotta have
man.
$500
Easily, man.
just to come home with some change. Hopefully, come
Yo.
home with some change.
With the price of the ticket,
Yes.
talking.
parking.
Yes.
Well, I didn't park, but he did.
Yes.
Food. Yo, you spent it's easy, $250,
Yeah.
almost $300.
Yeah.
Sure.
Easily.
For
Yeah.
sure.
It's ridiculous, man.
And
Just to
God-
have
God
a good time.
God
man.
forbid you got to go over one of the bridges now.
Yeah, no.
You know,
Yeah,
'cause you got to pay that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's very expensive.
And now what they doing, what I heard, because what's they told me, is that if you don't pre-park, get the thing for pre-parking, they charge you extra $10 more
Wow.
to go park in that day if you don't get the pre-parking.
These big corporations making a lot of money, man.
They got to pay these. They got to pay these athletes, man.
Yeah.
They making excuses.
I'm gonna have to talk to
That's-
Juan Soto a little bit.
All right, so-
because
so-
he's making all the money.
Get some money.
So
back,
I
right?
understand that athletes gonna get paid through the television rights one way or another.
Yeah,
but
that's
let's
true too. Yeah, that's where the money goes.
let's talk about your experience with the game.
Oh,
I
well,
mean,
the game
so
the game is the game.
because you brought out the oohs and the ahs with the
Oh,
with the
okay.
payment.
Well, what happened was, what's name Taylor hit a 3-1 home run. The ball came over to where we was at. So
Okay.
the ball went over my head by where he was at. The ball bounced. The people that was sitting there where the ball bounced, they didn't even try to catch it. The ball came, it bounced up, came right back over to where I was at. And so I grabbed the ball. Another dude on the other side of the ramp of the staircase, he grabbed the ball, he pulled it from me. By pulling it,
Jabbed you and took
right?
it, right?
Yeah, he did. So when he pulled it, it hit his leg and it rolled down this.
Oh,
he didn't
rolled
get it
down-
either?
He didn't get it
That's
either.
good for
So
him.
it rolled down where the seats were. My nephew grabbed it.
Ah, that's
Oh,
what's
good.
up. That's what's up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let me go. So, like, you remember the Martin episode when Martin first met Gina and whatnot. So everybody told their own story.
Right.
So
Everybody
so
had their own
Coach
story.
Kurt told his story. Now I'm gonna tell my story. All right.
Kurt
So
never
this
had the ball in
right.
his hand.
Listen very carefully because
The story
he
don't
said
make him look-
we sent it on videotape. So I'm over there having a good time. Not all right. So the Yankees winning 6-3, and first we was all sitting in the same row. So then there was a young lady sitting behind us that had a little too much to drink.
Oh yeah.
And all of a sudden she started with the up chip, and I felt something
On your
slightly hit me.
Yeah.
Correct
Ah.
me.
Right. She was up,
Me
but she was
and
right behind
scream.
him.
All right, let me
Yeah,
do my
tell your
Martin.
story, man.
Let me do my Martin part of the story. All right. So, all right. So we got up, wiped us up off, whatever. So we moving around. So like, I must have sold like 50 tickets, whatever, to the event. So now it's 6-3. It's getting late. So we moving around. There was one gentleman, Max Snell, his son was there. So I was like, yo, Kurt, let me introduce you to him. So I called Kurt over and whatnot. So now it's ninth inning. Yankees bring in the closer.
What's his name? Bedard?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bernard,
B-E and Bednar. Right.
Bednar.
Bednar. B-E-D-N-A-R. Bednar. So he gives up 2 hits. He managed to get 2 outs. Now he's battling with Ty Martell. So now I sit down. So we're looking like, come on, get this guy out. Dude, crack the ball. Now the ball is coming straight at me. I reach out with my hand and I said, oh, snap. And it's bounced right back behind me. So here come Kurt jumping up. I jump up, turn around, and here come Kurt. He grabbed the ball. Other dude come, poke him in the eye. He let go of the ball. The ball rolls back by me, and James Word is sitting on the other side of Kurt's nephew, Amari. Word, 99 years old, so he tried to go to the beach.
That's my BFF. Don't talk about it like that.
Hey. He know. We had this discussion already. He already know.
I can only talk bad about
All right. Well, anyway, he's moving like it was 99. Technically, he was like, "Oh, the ball was coming right to me," but Amari was sitting, and Amari picked up the ball, and that was the way it ended. So, go ahead, your turn. Now, questions, comments, or concerns?
Y'all don't bring gloves with y'all?
That's when we was younger, man.
Right.
I mean, the old guys, yeah.
Depending on
It don't be that many old guys bringing.
All right, you're right.
Okay.
So
when I was younger,
all right.
yeah, I did that.
So next time when we do it, you could. Any
I'll come
questions,
sit right
comments, or
in the seat.
concerns?
You ain't had your hat?
Right.
It was coming so quick. I absolutely did have my hat. If you look on the replay, you can see where the ball was. You could see me getting up and everything. Y'all got it. I send it in the group.
Yeah.
I send it in the text. So y'all
Yeah.
can look at it and y'all can see exactly what happened. Any other questions, comments, or concerns, or whose story you want to believe? I mean, it's all good.
I'm gonna believe his nephew got the
I'm
ball.
about to say, let me
Yeah,
talk to the
we know
nephew.
that.
At-
part.
Let me talk to the
His
nephew.
stories will count because he got the ball.
At the end of the day, we did both concur that he did get the ball.
Yeah. That's good that he got the ball anyway.
And they gave
That
out
would have gave
they
him the
gave
ball
out
anyway.
free T-shirts when we came in.
Okay.
All right.
But somebody was late, so they didn't get
No,
none.
we
They
was
just-
we wasn't late. We was like tailgating, and I was waiting on
ran
one
out.
person to come.
Oh,
Correct.
Later
So,
on, do you want to call up the nephew?
oh,
You can call him up from there. You can call him.
Oh, my nephew?
Yeah. if
well,
you don't wanna
well,
ride,
see,
you don't want-
well, everybody was scrambling for the ball, so like his story would be different too. You know
I
what I
wanna
mean?
hear his story.
But we could
You
do
put
that.
it all together.
That would be good. But again, absolutely correct. No glove. Absolutely correct. The dude nudged Kurt or might have poked him in the eye. I would go with the poke in the eye because that's how he lost the
You're
ball.
supposed to throw the elbow at him, Kirk.
Exactly. And then at the end of the day, Amari did come away with the ball.
Yeah, at the end of the day, y'all came home with it. So
And so
that's
so
what matters.
giving coach equal time, the Yankees was doing their thing, and then their closer didn't
Right.
put it down. So that sort of explains why the Sports Star had a terrible weekend. And we also want to give you ample time to talk about your team, because last week when you called, when Todd said was nothing to talk about, y'all got something to talk about. Talk about it. Coach, your turn.
Oh, my
Talk
turn.
about it. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because the Yankees, we ain't got nothing to talk about.
Well, you do got to. Y'all got a better record than us. So, we still 6 games under 500. We got to, granted, we got guys out. Got a lot of guys out. And then we just lost our best starting pitcher. So he's out. He's going to be out for like 2 to 3 months. But Bichette got a hit. He's best because he's batting right in front of Lindor. I don't know why. I'm assuming he's getting pitched. He's just not hitting.
Right.
We lost the first baseman. He's been out for a while. We lost the center fielder. He's out for a minute. Who else is out?
It's gonna be a long-
Lindor.
it's
The
gonna be a
shortstop
long
is out.
season.
It's going to be a long season. I hope that they could just get to 500. I don't expect them to win the division or anything like that because you got a lot of teams in front of you. They play Washington, I believe, next or whatnot. But at least get to 500.
Right.
At least.
All right.
All
right. So, gentlemen, anybody want to, well, anything else you want to, because we want to give you equal time to talk about the Mets. They on the come up.
No, he's not.
Okay. So,
It's gonna be a long season.
Yes.
Just
all right. I mean, well, if you look at like out of their last 10 games, how do they look?
They got a winning record.
So
They
okay.
got 10-5.
So you look at the Yankees out of the last 10 games, they don't look that good.
We still got a better record.
Oh, all right, but we're not comparing. We're not comparing
Well,
with
y'all
what
got a better
you
team.
talk.
We came out the gate strong.
Well,
Right now.
they got 3 guys that can hit in the top of
The
the
pitching-
lineup. I don't know about the
pitching
rest
is
of the lineup, but
Right.
All right, so what we want to say about the Yankees? Go ahead, Mongo. You could.
No, that's just said they came out the gate strong. Hopefully the pitching.
No, I wouldn't say they came out the gate strong because they did have a little snafu with Tampa Bay. Then they started getting it right after they fumbled a little bit.
Well, I think me personally, I want the pitching to stay solid the whole year. I don't want no gaps. I don't want 6 point. I want 3-run leads, giving up. You know what I'm saying? Wasted, and we, especially late in the game. You know what I'm saying? That's my take on it right now. We're still looking like how we've been looking. Like we're a good team, but we want to be the best team.
All
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
Sports Star. Could you put a perspective on your take, like give a take on how the numbers need to be, like for a decent? Come on.
I don't even know how to explain what happened this weekend.
I'm not actually explaining. I'm saying like
I don't like what's happening.
how they
I mean,
snap, how they. Well, like yesterday.
we got off to a good start, fell off a little bit, ran another good streak off. Now we back slumping again. So it's like we start, we go down, we start again, we go down. is yo-yo. We lucky we started off as well as we did. That's the only reason we still 8 or 9 games over 500. And we also lucky that the American League isn't that strong this year, because honestly, it's only Tampa Bay and us that's really the 2 top teams in the whole league. Everybody else, Toronto ain't playing that great.
We see Toronto tonight.
Yeah, we'll see Toronto, and we see at the Toronto we got another tough.
The Royals.
Y'all
I
be in
forget
the
who
thick
it
of
was.
big
Yeah, we're gonna
bodies.
be in it because we can't help but be in it because the rest of the league ain't that great.
Right.
Whereas the Mets situation
You can't say
is
that
a little
for
more
the-
dire because you got the Phillies playing well now.
Yeah.
The Braves have been playing well all season. You got the Dodgers, the Padres. You got the entire Central Division is over 500. So it's gonna be real rough for them. Y'all last place in the whole overall thing in the National League. You got to jump over like 10 teams just to make it to the wild card. That's hard.
Well,
I don't see it happen.
That's real hard, so-
their wins against us put Colorado last night because they beat us.
Okay.
Did it
Yeah,
record wise?
yeah, they got 20 wins now, and the Rockies got 18.
You sound like you mad.
Yeah, we ain't supposed to lose to the Mets.
Wow.
I don't never want to lose to the Mets, honestly.
Yeah, I don't either.
You know what
But
I'm saying?
that especially not the way they
Yeah, that's
lost.
the Subway series.
You act
Especially not the
you
way
act-
they lost
You
yesterday.
act like that's not a professional baseball team.
Well,
The way you said it.
no, so
You know.
but he just like we've been saying the last couple of weeks, they get 4 or 5 runs. We expect them to win the game.
Okay.
You think
So
so?
they got 6 runs.
Y'all got good starting
And they-
pitchers. I'm not sure
No,
about
that's
your
what I'm saying.
bullpen.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So it's not solid throughout. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How many times you gonna have a 3-run lead and blow that lead?
No, but we don't want to blow.
Hopefully
it to the
just
Mets.
once.
Yeah, how many times?
We don't
Yeah,
wanna
but
blow it
that's
to the
right.
Mets.
That's
you
what.
did.
Yeah, I know.
So
And
tell
that's
you,
what-
so just because you lost to the Mets, that means that's your season?
yeah, season's
Yes.
over.
Yes.
Season's over.
It's
Season's
over?
Season's over.
Interborough is
You ever hear the one on The Simpsons where it's the first game of the opening day of the season, Mets is playing the Cubs. Cubs hit a home run. Oh, season's over for the Mets. That was on The Simpsons. They did that.
Yeah, first game, right?
First game. Oh, season's over. And that's how I
You
feel
wanna
today.
win- you want to win. The
I feel that
series.
way,
You want to win
unfortunately.
the series because if you don't win the World Series, then that
They gotta
comes
play
up.
again.
I'm just right. We
They
going
usually
right.
play twice.
But
Right,
that's
you gotta go to Yankee
Yeah,
Stadium.
exactly.
When
But
is
that's
that?
gonna come up.
Anybody know?
September, I think.
September?
It's real late.
September?
I think it's
Yeah.
real
Yeah,
late.
it is.
You know they're gonna play harder.
Right, it's
New York
it's
rivalry, right?
It's
interborough
entertaining,
rivalry.
right, yeah, that's-
Right, interborough rivalry. So we expect that. Just like if it was the Jets and the Giants.
Yeah,
Well-
but you don't expect to lose 2 outs, 3-run lead in the
Yeah,
bottom
you
of
don't.
the
That's-
And
ninth.
that's a
what
lot,
you
right. And they was the worst team in the league.
Yeah, that's a little
They not-
That's the
deflating.
Yeah, it
deflating
is.
part.
And to be
That's
there,
the deflating part.
to be there, like, we was there and we
Right.
like just waiting, and all of a sudden, crash and burn. Like
That
they
was like
stole
the
the
other night in the
victory
basketball
right
game.
out of our mouth.
With
Oh,
Detroit,
yeah.
when they was up 9 with 2 minutes left,
Yeah,
and
right.
you lose the game.
Okay.
Right.
You can't score another basket.
So
That's
let's
horrible.
talk about that. Where do we need to start? Well,
We gotta
tonight,
talk about last night's game.
yeah,
That was horrible.
let's talk about last night's game.
One team came to play, one didn't.
And I just can't really figure out like that series. It was one team took a turn, then one game, and the next team took a turn the next game. And for you to be up, Cleveland up 3-2, and then you couldn't seal the deal at home, then you had to come back to Detroit. That was
You figured they was done.
And they was written off.
right.
How do you play a game 7 at your house and you don't show up?
Mm.
That was incredible from the first quarter
Mm-hmm.
all the way through. You seen they didn't show up. The game was over at halftime.
Yeah,
It was over.
Yeah.
It was over at halftime. That's
just
like,
seemed like they was
nothing.
up-
They had no energy,
fight,
no
nothing,
fight,
man.
no nothing. No nothing. It's like, wow, game 7. They said that was the first time they ever lost a game 7 in Detroit.
really in their
Yeah.
history. Yeah.
I know. It's like, wow, but it was like no fight.
So
Now you think so? You know how things go.
Yeah.
They say now bigger staff. You think he might get cut loose?
Oh, he ain't
I don't know.
no, he ain't going nowhere.
They
Only
just
because-
gotta add pieces.
only
Yes.
because they don't want to cut him loose, but like
I don't think he deserves to
So-
get cut loose.
No,
You don't.
he
You don't have enough on your
He did
team.
a good job. You come from when what's his name had
2 years ago, you won 14 games.
Right.
And look where you at now.
No, well, he didn't win 14 games.
Yeah, what's his name?
He was no, he was on Cleveland. He was coaching Cleveland.
Yeah, what's the coach that was there before? What's his name?
He was in Phoenix. Monty Williams.
Monty
Williams,
Williams. And got paid.
He got paid for both. So he make $80 million and don't have to work.
That's the type of job I want. I don't know. That is the type of job I want. You sign lucrative deals to multiple teams, and you're getting cheddar, and they paying you to stay away.
Yeah, exactly. That's incredible.
So what the problem is, again, we need to examine. All right, so what is happening now? The Eastern Conference Final is the Knicks versus Cleveland. The Knicks have the home court advantage. The Western Conference Finals is the defending champs, OKC against San Antonio. So that's 1 versus 2 and 3 versus 4.
Mm-hmm.
So the Knicks 2 years in a row became the number 1 seed in the conference to the conference finals. It's just crazy. So like last year they couldn't seal the deal. This year, this is the part where they have to grow from last year to make something happen because they've been there, but now they have to win to succeed.
This is a perfect matchup because you got two teams. You got two teams. They got multiple players. It's not just one option.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams got a good, decent bench. Both teams plays pretty good defense. And this should be very, very interesting.
It's excellent rotation.
I think it's going to be very interesting series.
I want to ask you what you thought of the series. What you thought of James Harden during the series?
This series that he just played?
Mm-hmm.
Mediocre.
He did.
Yeah, I'll say that too.
He started out mediocre, but he ended up pretty well. He didn't play good last night. But I say the last 3 games he played pretty. He showed up.
I think that game 6 he had points, but I didn't think he played well.
I don't think you're gonna see the James Harden that we.
No, you're not gonna see the same guy anymore because he's getting up in there.
You know he got that reputation now in the fourth quarter. I mean, in the playoffs,
right?
You know that he's not. He doesn't do well, but the fact what I didn't like for what I seen is you bring this guy to your team and you let him get the ball and he's making decisions in the fourth quarter. And this is still Mitchell's team. Get the ball out of his hand.
Right.
You let Mitchell do what he got to do. And if he happen to get the ball, you don't have to do that dance and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And it should just shoot your shot when you open and he give you the ball. But you doing the creating, that I don't like. Yeah. Taking the ball out of Mitchell's hand, I don't like that. And this guy pushes off every time.
Yeah, he does.
Every time he makes a move hard and he pushes off with that offhand.
Yeah, he does it a lot.
Every time.
A lot.
I just
and the refs don't call it.
No, they don't.
Every time.
I just want to disagree, like on whose team it is, but
you don't think it's Mitchell's team?
I think whoever owned the team is their team.
Oh
but so
technically speaking.
Yo, did he just say that?
Yeah.
Did he just say that?
So again, so when you think about it, so when you so when you think about it,
oh my God.
If Harden is not there after next year and Mitchell doesn't win and they decide to move away from him, whose team is it?
Well, we realize the owner who that is.
Talking about the team leader, basically.
The basketball.
He know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He being funny.
I'm not being well. If you want me to be funny, this is just in.
You don't know what I mean, but you didn't know what I meant by that.
But
Are you serious?
so I'm not. I'm saying so like they're going with a scheme to have him handle the ball. So quite naturally,
it's gonna cost them.
Well, quite naturally, if Mitchell want the ball, he's gonna get it.
But it appears that they're mixing and matching though. They're mixing
that is correct.
In the beginning of the series, when they was losing, Harden was making the decision. He was throwing the ball away.
Yeah.
And then they took the ball out of his hand. Mitchell got the ball back. You know, you leave the ball in Harden's hand, I bet you the Knicks will definitely win this series. You'll love it with Harden running the show.
Oh, we're gonna get to who likes what and picks and maybe.
Well, if you notice the games that Cleveland won, Donovan Mitchell had a good game.
Yes, he did.
And the games that they lost,
he chucked too.
Right. Oh, he's a chucker. Don't get me wrong. He's a scorer. That's what he
got to
is.
do. He got to do what he
He's
do.
a scorer. You see, because now
if he don't do what he do,
I
they
think Harden's
lose.
a better passer, but as Mitchell goes, so does Cleveland go.
That's right.
Because Mitchell got what's the name involved early, and they won too because
big boys.
the
Mobley
Afro
and
man had a
Aaron.
good game.
Both of them did.
Yes,
Afro man,
and he
yeah,
got them
yeah.
off early.
Yeah,
You got to.
He got them.
That's
off
the
early.
best thing you could do is get your big guys
You
before
got
they
to
can
get
play
them.
for you.
Because they're
played
gonna
excellent
play
last
hard.
night.
Yes, he
Right.
did.
He played hard.
Yes, he did. I don't know
He
what
was
I don't
serving
know
them
what
up.
Durham be doing, yo.
Yeah, he
I
was a
don't know.
disappointment.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But they gotta make some decisions. They gotta get some help for Cade. Even him, I was surprised at him. I don't know. His play was like lackadaisical.
He had a lot of turnovers during the season.
Is Cade
Okay.
lackadaisical? I don't like how he plays
Yeah, something
sometimes.
happened,
It's
something
like it's like no urgency.
Right.
And to me, now just the opposite. I think he passed the ball too much.
Harden.
No,
K
Cade.
Cunningham.
I think he passed the ball way too much.
Hmm.
You supposed to be the leader. A lot of times, like, yo, shoot
Yeah.
the ball. Well, you giving it to you giving it to guys who can't
Can't
score.
So,
Thompson played
so
good defense though.
You know, yeah, he's a good player. Thompson's a good player. And what's call him just disappeared.
Who?
Harris. He did another.
Yeah,
he
the
played,
last-
good,
yeah,
he
the
played good in the beginning, and the
Right.
last couple of games,
Yeah,
he was a no-show.
He was a
His
no
representative.
I don't
was
even
on
think
the
he
court.
scored a bad. I think all his points was all foul shots yesterday.
I was like, yeah, I don't remember him
So-
scoring a
It was
basket.
just all foul
Yeah.
shots.
So do we need to get to this first? And like, do we need to talk about like the big disappointments, aka Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, Tobias Harris?
Randall's
like-
a bum.
Okay.
I don't understand. I don't understand what.
Hold up.
that owner
Excuse
was
me.
thinking
Excuse
of
me.
trading for him.
Excuse
and
me.
giving up Cat.
Excuse
He
me.
needs to get his brain examined.
Hold on one second.
Come on.
Hold on. For real?
Come on.
You gonna say that?
For real, for real.
Okay. Why? No.
Huh?
No.
He's
No.
a
No.
bum.
So I'm
He
not.
scored 3 points.
And Gobert scored 0. So
You
But
know,
you
don't
don't
count
count
on
on
the
Gobert.
score, right?
You don't
You
count on
him
Gobert.
to
so
score.
combined, and I'm not defending Julius, and because I thought it was a good deal for the Knicks.
Oh,
But
yes.
you see,
Right.
they criticized him this morning on both shows. Get up. And
Right,
First
well-
Take.
Mm.
Criticize who?
Randall.
Randall. Yeah,
Yeah.
They gave him the business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They're saying his attitude, his moodiness.
Right.
They
I don't
didn't
see
really
him being
direct-
there.
he
He's
doesn't
not
raise
getting
his
another
hand to
contract.
play defense.
But that was
right.
the thing. They showed actual clips where he just let a guy just literally just run
Blow
out,
by him, right?
which
So,
was crazy.
so here go the crazy part.
And then what the Ant-Man do with 8 minutes left in the game? What was that?
Walk over to
How
the-
you go? You ever seen that before?
I would have a problem with that.
Definitely.
If I'm no,
You don't
if
do
you're my
that, bro.
teammate,
Yeah,
don't do
the
that
game
with 8
ain't
minutes
over.
left.
The
You
game's
don't
not
go on
over.
nobody's side.
Right,
You
you
don't
don't
do that.
concede.
You
I
do
ain't
that
never
when the
seen
game
that.
is over.
You do that after the game.
Pretty much say, yo, we lost anyway. Let me just come over
Yeah,
and
but
sit
you
back.
looking
Nah.
at okay,
8 minutes
just
left in the game.
just being devil's advocate. If you look at the time factor and the amount of points that they were
it
behind,
don't matter.
there was
minutes.
no
It don't
way
matter.
they
8
was going to
minutes
catch
left.
It don't
You go-
matter.
you
So-
go-
so
you
wait,
go-
wait,
so
wait,
you
wait.
go sit down.
So, Tiny,
until
you
the time
okay
run
with
out,
what he
then you
did?
go
And then you
over
go and then you go.
Yeah.
What Anthony Edwards did. You okay with that?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I thought that was wrong.
I'm not saying-
You
You-
made
I've
it.
never
It's a
seen that
personal
done.
decision, though. I don't
Yeah,
know.
It's
I've
like, yo,
never
you didn't
seen that
fight to
done
the
before.
finish.
Right.
You just-
Never.
You went without your team.
The
Number
fight.
one, you went over there by yourself.
Mhm.
You went over there. Yo, what's good? What's good? Yo, we lost.
Congratulations.
Yo, look, congratulations.
Nah.
That was some
I never
bullshit.
seen
It's
that.
was.
all
I've never
analytics.
seen that.
It's all
I'd be
analytics,
upset.
though. It's strictly analytics. If you're looking at it, like again, once again, the time that's left, the amount of points that they're behind,
Right.
and what's the odds of them actually catching, no matter how hard they fight.
But I'm just
There's
saying.
no way they're going to
I
catch up.
understand
wait
that
till
part.
the game
At the
is
end of the
over
game, man.
to go
Wait till
shake
the
they
end
to
of the
congratulate them.
You
You don't go when they huddle. They got a
can't do that,
timeout.
man. You
They
can't
go
do
when they
that.
huddle with 8 minutes.
I'm gonna look
don't
at you
do that.
sideways
It's
after
like
that
with a
from now
baseball
on.
team being up 10
Nah,
runs in the
man.
bottom of the ninth inning.
No, but
Nah. It has happened.
It ain't over
before.
till it's over.
It ain't over till it's
With one out left in 3 minutes, man, come on,
They
man.
got it.
All right, so you and Anthony Edwards is gonna be gone.
Yeah, they got a
ain't
lot of
going nowhere.
they got a lot of decisions to make on that team.
All right, right.
the
So
owner of that team might have been like, yo, trade him.
He
All
could
right,
have.
so-
I'd have told him, keep. Don't sit down. Keep going to the
Yeah,
locker room.
That team.
Don't
right,
sit down.
well,
I'd have told him,
that-
keep going to the locker room.
that's a good point.
Don't sit
So,
down.
so when we think about it, who really wants Julius Randle? How are they gonna get rid of him?
They're not.
They're gonna have to package him and
How many more years he got on his contract?
Can't
doesn't-
be much more.
Yeah,
Can't
because the
be
Knicks,
maybe one
he
more.
got the same deal that when he got from the Knicks. He didn't get no other
Yeah.
deal from them.
well, how
I don't
well,
know,
we
so-
looking at
I mean,
2-3
don't
years.
look
Hold
it
the
up.
right guy.
I don't think it's that many.
I think he might
That
have
he has
1 year
left?
left. I think he might have a year left. I think.
I don't think he. Yeah.
Did he sign a
Yeah.
3-year
Yeah.
contract? A 3-year deal?
What he got?
with them
Yeah.
or with the Knicks?
He didn't sign with the Knicks.
He didn't sign
They had gave him one already.
The Knicks
The
had
Knicks
gave him
paid
a
him a
contract,
contract already when he got
and they traded him.
before he got traded.
Right,
He
yeah.
had signed the contract with the Knicks.
3 year, $100 million in
until 2028.
So you got 2 more years.
2 more years.
Yeah.
Why you worried about Julius Randle's money?
We're not worried about. We're not.
Nah, I understand. That's a good question. Now,
We are not worried about
Who's gonna
Julius.
want him?
Right? Who wants him?
There's
Like
that's gonna be hard to dump him.
There's always somebody.
Tobias,
Yeah, there's
There's
gonna be
always-
somebody who could use.
There's
a
always
veteran.
somebody that could use him.
a bottom
A
feed,
young team.
a
that
bottom
Right, a young
feeding,
team
a
that need
bottom feeding
a
team.
veteran
They ain't
guy that-
nobody.
Right.
want.
It's
Score
just a
and
style of play,
rebound.
That's all. That's all.
I mean, he did look bad in that last game, but he played pretty well during the season. He just looked bad.
That's
He
it.
averaged-
That
Yeah.
whole series, he didn't. He scored 12 points like 3 games. He didn't play good at all in that series. Not at all.
Who did?
Yeah, true.
They won 2
Shannon?
games.
Because even Anthony Edwards had bad games that series.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody really play for Minnesota.
well,
Only
that
guy-
They won one game by 2 points because
The first
Wemby
game.
and Fox had terrible games.
right.
They won the other game because Wemby got kicked out of the game,
So they won 2
and that was
games.
the only games they won. And then the other 4, when Wemby was playing, they was at full strength.
Destroyed him.
They destroyed him.
Destroyed him.
Mhm.
Wemby ain't playing.
So
And listen,
I mean, you
he
really,
ain't-
Minnesota didn't show nothing other than the
No.
fact that they beat the Lakers, right? They beat the
No,
Lakers.
no, they beat Denver.
Oh, they beat Denver.
They
And
did
Denver
show
was
something.
beat up.
Right, that is correct.
So
Well,
I mean,
I tell you, that's a tie. I tell you, they was a
Something
tie
happened.
team.
Something
What's
happened. Something happened.
No, it's gonna be some changes on that.
and then
team.
they lost DiVincenzo and the Sumo got hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
So they was at a disadvantage against a better team.
But they was even saying a couple of people were talking on the team, a couple of players, and DiVincenzo said some things, and somebody else said, Reed even said something. The attitude
Yeah.
on the team got to change.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
the,
an
moody, the
attitude
moodiness.
problem.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
that
change.
should be applicable to
Your
Randall,
leaders.
Ant-Man,
Your team leaders. Correct,
Gobert.
correct.
and right. You know, I mean, well, look at if we just go back to last week's conversation when the Knicks were beating the brakes off of Philadelphia and they up by 40 with 14 minutes left. Regardless of if the coach pull out the team or whatever the case may be, you didn't see nobody on Philly getting up
No.
going to shake the Knicks' hand.
Oh, okay.
So that is just like, you know, you may not like what's going on, but you sort of got to suck it up,
Yeah. I
Until-
just never seen
till the
nothing like
game
that
is
before.
over.
I was like,
right?
wow.
That
I never
was
seen
just
that
bad.
before. Yeah.
So, and we're not trying to fix anything. Well, I know I'm not trying to fix anything over here. You know, we with the Knicks over here. Some of us.
You want to know what kind of point he made when he did that? The point when he went over there to do that is like, yo, y'all won, man. My team's they suck. They playing fucked up. My team ain't stepping up. That's basically what he just said just by doing it.
Well, that's going back to it once again. Something happened in that locker room.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta put it
The
down.
swear jar, right? Right. All right.
But that's something happened in that locker room. For
That's a
them
lot
not
of passion.
to come together like that. As far as the
Maybe.
camaraderie is concerned,
Right.
the team basically.
Yeah.
You know,
The attitude,
But you
like
know,
you said, like you heard
it-
it, like they said, you could tell there's something going on in that locker room
Yeah.
with the players.
It's funny if you look at the playoffs overall. The last game of almost every series has been a loss by the home team.
Yep,
The home team has not showed up in a game that they needed to show up
that's
in.
so true. Yeah,
And I've never seen that.
no,
Usually, if you win game 6 on the other team's court, you so high that they don't stand a chance coming to your home court
Exactly.
for game 7.
exactly.
But
Take
now,
them out.
these guys are just folding up like we did what we had to do, and then now when it really mattered, when we really need it, now we don't show up.
They don't even show
That's
up.
ridiculous.
I thought
Me
so.
too.
Ridiculous.
I absolutely
I
did.
thought so.
I'm sure most people did.
So who's gonna lose?
Cleveland. I thought
Yeah.
Cleveland. Like,
Before the
yeah,
game
man,
started,
well,
most
yeah,
people
yeah.
probably did. Vegas probably made a killing on that game.
For sure.
Well, let me shout out a couple of people right quick who's watching us. Let's shout out Mike Pender, Bernard Hall, Scotty Scott, John
Mike?
Green,
Mike.
Eric Wilcox. All right, everybody that's paying attention. Also, I like to say,
Yo, give a shout out to my man Walter Green.
shout out to
I
Walt
talked to him
Green.
today. He
Oh,
said
my
he
bad.
check it out.
Well, yo, Walt, make yourself noticeable. Show up on Sunday, Walt. You all our dude, all right? So anyway, this is the first stop to the next stop. We're in the first half hour. It is Super Dave along with Coach Kurt,
Uh-huh.
Surge the Sports Star,
What's happening?
Slick the Relic,
Living fossil.
Todd the Magnificent,
Yes, yes, yes.
Mousy in the building, D Gores in the house, along with Tiny. Phone lines is open. The number is 516-206-0711. 516-206-0711. So what we're talking NBA playoffs. Who do you like? Call us up and say the Knicks in 5, Cleveland in 6, OKC in 7, San Antonio in 4. Here we go. Let's go.
Matt, right?
Negative. Next one. Correct. Hey, Green, talk about it.
Yo, first of all, I gotta give a shout out to you brothers up there. All right, I gotta give a shout out to you brothers up there, man. All of y'all up there, the ones he just named, and everybody else that's listening. I want to give a shout out to y'all brothers. Y'all doing a tremendous job. But I'm gonna just cut to the monkey chase right now. I heard what y'all was saying about with the Timberwolves. Now, I like Julius Randle because he was the first one to walk into the Knicks organization when they was trash and signed with them and gave them some oomph to get it going. Now, in all fairness, Julius Randle is how tall and how tall is Wembley? And Julius Randle plays around the rim. So there's no way he was getting off on that kid. That kid, I think, in one game had like 8 or 9 blocks in one game during that. So who the hell gonna stop that dude? That dude's 7'6", and Julius Randle is what, 6'10", with high heels on?
All right.
So
excuse me.
you gotta give it some respect there, because that kid, he's a phenom, and he was giving it to you on the offense and the defense on the end. When he get that grown man strength in him, and he get that grown man weight, in another 5 or 6 years, he gonna be a monster. He gonna be a monster.
I agree. So what we had a problem with, and what they were showing on the sports shows earlier, was Julius Randle's effort. He didn't put up his hand. He didn't box nobody. He played matador defense. His head wasn't in the game.
Let me ask you a question.
You got a question for me.
In their last series, right? You got him guarding guys. This guy is, and I can't say he was fatigued, tired, but he probably was at his wits with this team when you can't get off on your shots and your offense can't get going. He probably just was like, yo, you know, I just ain't got it in me. Now, I do feel what Anthony Edwards did was disrespectful. I was like, yo, what are you doing? If you don't get from over there,
Very much so.
you ain't finished. That's just like that's how you got a 12-round fight, and your coach go over there and shake the other nigga hand, and you're only in the 8th round. You're like, what are you doing? Get back. But, you know, that's Ant-Man. And you know he gonna do some crazy stuff. They're like, I get the sportsmanship, but not right now. Let us play out the rest of these 8 minutes before you go over there and congratulate them. It's just like saying Ant-Man gonna ask for a trade. Maybe, and if he do, I understand why he shook their head. Like that's kind of crazy.
To me, it shows a sign of immaturity. Also, he got to grow up. I understand he's young. He's 24, I believe.
Yes,
but he got to grow up. That's a sign of immaturity.
Well,
you're not in the park. This is a professional sport. You're not in the park.
I was sending back to the locker room. I like, yo, you done doing that? Yeah, you done here. Go in the locker room.
Yeah.
Since you already told them bye, take your ass in the back.
I'd have said the same. I'd have said the same.
I got fired for that shit. I like, I don't give a fuck. You don't disrespect me nor this team. Oh, excuse the language. I ain't supposed to.
Please, thank you.
But
thank you.
I apologize.
You're a dollar. You're a dollar. Tiny old like 20.
I'm with you, Todd. I'm like, since you shook his hand, going in the back. Since you already told everybody bye,
exactly.
Going back there, you done here.
Exactly.
You done here. You don't do that.
No.
You done here. So you basically gave up on the team, coaching, and everybody else. I like, nah, you done. Go ahead on over there. Go to the locker room. So you shook his hand already. I was say, yo.
All right, so So you had a bigger problem with Green instead of Randall because I mean Green. I'm sorry. You had a bigger problem with Anthony Edwards as opposed to Julius Randle because Julius Randle was frustrated and he don't never play D, but you know
he don't really play that much D, but he was frustrated, and I get why, because if you got no more inside presence down there, because him and what is his name, Gobert, whatever that guy is,
that's correct.
You got no kind of inside presence down there. How do you get yourself going? I get it that you're a professional and everything else, but they're like, yo, this kid is rough to deal with. I can't even throw him off to Gobert because he ain't got no kind of offense. So I was like, they played magnificent basketball. They frustrated them, and they played magnificent basketball to come back to win that game and take that series away from them. They played hats off to them. They played magnificent basketball. So even with Wembley going down, they still had a chance to win that game also.
Yeah.
When they took them out the game. So hats off to that team, and I'm glad they're moving on to go play the OKC, because OKC ain't been battle tested yet. They about to get battle tested.
Oh, they've been
real
battle
good.
tested. They battle tested already.
They undefeated in the playoffs.
Who battle tested OKC in the playoffs?
They doing the same thing they did last year. They've been battle
really?
tested.
Hey,
Same
Todd,
team.
who
Who
did they sweep the first series? That's battle tested?
No, they battle tested. They doing the same thing they did last year. They battle tested and they won, and they going through the people, and they going. They doing what they are doing. What they supposed to do. They are doing what they supposed to do.
They didn't put up no big fight over there.
And who's gonna do it?
Whatever they do. And the Lakers did whatever they can do. At least scratch them. Y'all didn't even scratch them. At least scratch them. If you're gonna get battle tested,
exactly. Exactly. They doing what they're supposed to do.
I agree. So let me ask you, who do you like in that series?
In what series?
The Western Conference Finals.
First of all, before we go even further, my goal, the Steelers ain't got no right giving that man that kind of money.
I'm not even commenting. I'm not even commenting right now.
Don't you think you're going to get past me?
I'm not even commenting right now. I'm gonna wait.
We ain't get to that point. We ain't get to that yet, Green.
Yeah, bro. Yo, I want you to get your own show. You want to curse?
Stop running station.
Right. Right. You have bypass.
You know what I'm saying?
And you operating on the red.
You know.
We gonna get to it, Green.
My fault. He's sitting there smiling like I'm not gonna say nothing to him. You got that wrong.
I wasn't even thinking about Pittsburgh right now. We gonna get to it.
Rodgers ain't going nowhere. He got plenty of time. But go ahead. Who do you like?
I honestly like the Spurs. I like the Spurs in this next series against OKC. I like the Spurs. I think that kid Castle is going to really make a big difference in this next series.
Spurs versus the Thunder.
He got who he took?
And how many games?
I think it's going to take them probably about 5 or 6. If they win that one.
Let me say this.
How they playing it? They playing it 3. They playing it. How they playing that series?
The same way they do. 2-2, 1-1-1.
Yeah. I take OKC in 6. I mean, pardon me. I take the Spurs.
No, don't do that.
No.
It was only the finals anyway. I'm gonna tell you because I agree with what Todd said last week. He said after Wemby got ejected, he probably gonna be on a tear right now. So,
and he's gonna be mad.
So he's angry. I would think he's angry.
He
right
came
now.
in 3rd place in the MVP vote.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He's tight right now.
All right. So who you like in other series? While you at
New York. New York. I think, and I think New York in 4 or 5. Some people are busy matching up how the Knicks gonna handle them. No. They ain't got that kind of squad over here. How is Cleveland gonna match up with New York? I think New York, and if Cat Williams and Bridges and them get it going early, it's gonna be a 4 or 5 game series. It's gonna destroy them real good. They're gonna spank that. They're gonna spank them up real good.
All right.
You think it's gonna be easy like that? You think it's gonna be easy
I don't think, because Mobley just showed up this last game, but I don't think I don't think Cleveland can match with them. I'm not even trying to worry about if the Knicks can match with them. I don't think Cleveland got nothing for them. And if they play, and if Cleveland play the Knicks the way they played Detroit, they're gonna get beat up. Because when your man Mitchell checked out in that game 6, oh yeah, he checked out part of that game, and they needed him real bad. And so it's like I would definitely say the Knicks in 4 or 5. If the Knicks win their first 2 games at home, they're gonna go over there and beat them up over there in Cleveland.
Okay.
They're gonna go home and beat them up over there in Cleveland. So I don't see Cleveland. And Todd, I like to agree with you, bro, but I disagree. I think the Knicks got a better bench than Cleveland does.
The Knicks got a better what?
I think the Knicks got a better bench than Cleveland.
Oh, I didn't say that Cleveland had a better bench with them. I just said they both have a bench. Both teams got a good bench. That's what I said. I didn't say who was better. I just say they both got a bench. They both go deep.
And just for FYI, just for information, Todd get very sensitive when you misquote him.
You know what? Do me a favor. Give him $5 out of your pocket. I'll get you back later.
And know he my man. He know he my
Hey,
man.
hey.
Yo, bro. Hey, Todd. You know what? Sometimes when you write and I'm at home talking to my brother, I be like, Todd said. He's like, who's Todd? I'm like, never mind all that. Todd said.
And that's why I get sensitive.
Man, listen, you guys got the greatest baseball knowledge, and Surrey, you was right on point about the Yankees and the Mets. I didn't want to mention that series, but it hurt more when you lose to the Mets. I can lose a series, but it hurts more when it's a Subway series. And when you see a Mets fan walk past you, you want to flick your hat at him and be like, yo, you know we own y'all. But it's just that it irks me to see the way the Yankees lost yesterday.
Yes,
in the
sir.
ninth inning. I'm like,
Yes, sir.
oh,
that was
hurt.
tough. That was tough.
I'm gonna send you the
It was
video,
hurt.
and I'm gonna send you the video, and we're gonna leave it at that.
Yo, did you was there yesterday, right?
Me and Coach Nephew got the
And
ball
how did
that tied
how
the
did
game.
How did the Mets fans react to y'all when y'all lost that game?
They say Yankees suck, and you couldn't do nothing but agree with them as we walked out with our tail between our legs. They did yesterday.
That was a hard loss. Yesterday. And I was like, why? I wanted to talk to the pitcher so bad, like, you hate me that bad that you had to go out there and do that.
It was
You
hard.
hated me that bad that you had that relief pitcher. I would have went back there like, what we do to you? You didn't get enough ice in your cup? What? We gave you 18 cubes. What, you wanted 20 cubes in your cup? Why? Why, Craig? Why? What I do to you to make you? What hurt me so bad like that? And see the Mets walk off like that in the 10th inning. I'm like, oh, whoa, why? What I do to you that bad? What? So it's a game, man. But it's all in love and sports when you that hooked into as a fan, that you are that hooked into these sports, man. And I appreciate the Major League Baseball for giving these guys these Subway Series, because years ago they didn't give them Subway Series. It was very rare when the Yankees and Mets only faced each other. But for them now to actually really recognize and say, yo, you know what? There's a lot of rivalry going on over there. Give these dudes two. I think they get two. One at the Yankee Stadium and one at Met Stadium. Yeah, I think that brings a lot of fans together on the good note.
That's what it's about, really.
It just feels that way. I like it when the Knicks and the Nets go at it too, because especially when the Nets is playing better, that'll probably be another 20 years. But right now you're supposed to beat you up.
All right.
But it is what it is. But you guys, appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Tiny, I see y'all soon, man. I see all y'all brothers soon up there. All of y'all up there. Y'all
Appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, we hoping this Sunday, brother, if you can make it.
Listen, bro. If I ain't gonna make it, my wallet will be there. I'm gonna always donate. If I don't make it, some part of my wallet will be up there visiting y'all in spirit as well.
Hope your wallet got 4 wheels, but all right, no problem. All right, Green, appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
We got
And
you
you
locked
guys,
in. Spurs is
whoever
6,
keeps
Knicks and
sounding
5.
my voice on this radio station, keep supporting, keep telling you people, set that alarm clock at 4:30 to go off on Monday and support these brothers. They got good knowledge in college, baseball, basketball, everything. Keep supporting these brothers, man. And y'all brothers be good, and I'll see y'all soon.
All right,
All right, my brother, be
Peace,
safe.
You too.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Peace.
All right, so let me do some more shout outs. Shout out to Terry Rogers, Mason watching. Arthur Nicholson said, hello, crew. Nixon 6. Brian Hopkins, who was at the game with us yesterday, also. Shout out to him. Shout out to John Green and Scotty Scott. All right, so, shout out to Monica. She said, hello to the crew. I'm glad you are up front. Hi, chocolate drop. I like your hat.
Yo,
Oh,
Yo,
you
zoom
look
in
like
on him, Tiny.
you're
Zoom in on
representing
him.
your team.
Just had to read that.
Yo, zoom in on him, Tiny.
Hey. I am not hating. I am just sharing the love. All right, so you want equal time? You want equal time, brother? Yeah. Back at you. Shout out to the one and only. All right. So anyway, and like I was saying,
Right.
no, it's not.
Yo.
Yeah. First up to next up, who we have on the line? Caller.
This is John Green here.
All right,
Mr.
John.
Green,
John, what's going on?
Nice.
I'll be doing good, my brother.
I'm okay. I'm still in New York, still trying to get my legs together so I can start walking again.
Okay.
all right, my brother. We be praying for you. brother.
How's everybody?
Everybody's
doing
good. Good. So who do you like,
Good.
John? Who do you like? I know you like the Knicks, but let's see.
For the Western Conference Final, I like OKC in 6.
Okay.
Unless San Antonio plays out of their minds, I just like that said, they've been battle tested and they know what they need to do.
That's for sure.
Okay.
Now
You know
in the
who you
East,
like.
I pick the Knicks in 6, and Lord help me look if the Knicks make it to the finals.
They should. They should.
All right.
But I did come up with.
Who's that?
I just
Mama?
have one funny thought.
Let Green talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yo, this just in. Kenny Atkinson is Mongo's long lost uncle.
You know,
all right.
this is funny. Now, this is a funny situation we got in.
All right.
I mean, he said what I had.
Because Mongo don't want Kenny to go to the championship.
But that's his uncle.
And then he
All
don't
right.
want the Knicks to win either. But
That's
so
his.
what's the lesson to either? What's the you gonna go with the guy? Oh wow.
That's why I said
wow.
that. That's why I said that's his uncle. His
Yeah.
long lost uncle. His adopted uncle.
Yeah, that's you
All
gonna
right.
be even more tight when Kenny get there. Go ahead,
I
John.
had one funny thought. Said, should San Antonio play out of their mind
Thanks a lot, sir.
and be okay in the finals and the Knicks make it to the finals? Can you imagine a scheme where they put Wembanyama on Jalen Brunson?
Oh, wouldn't be playing Jalen?
Ooh, that would be crazy.
That's gonna be crazy.
That would be crazy.
I can see Jalen taking him in the paint.
Because when he's on the court, when you look over the ball, you just hope and pray it will come back at you.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, you got
Yes,
a
sir.
good
But-
15 inches on him.
Oh, but I have one piece of trivia for y'all. Y'all might get this or may not, but
Okay.
who has the all-time NBA record for most block shots in a game?
In a game?
Akeem Olajuwon.
No,
Oh no.
Okay.
Elmore Smith.
who said that?
Coach Kirk.
Coach Curry.
That's what it is. Bro.
You are absolutely right.
Ah,
Elmore Smith had 17 block shots in 1973. The first check that the block shot was counted as an official NBA stat.
Sir, he passed you.
Yeah, you
Bro.
got that.
Your titles.
Congratulations to Coach. We'll give him a prize at the end of the
I
show.
remember Elmore Smith.
Yeah, I remember him too. I remember him too. He was a good player.
That was
Yeah, I remember he hit
Rebounding
for the old
block shot.
Buffalo Braves.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, I remember. I used to love the Buffalo Bills, like powder blue, like
Ernie D.
Yes,
Vandy Smith.
Vandy Smith and
Vandy
Bob
Smith.
McAdoo.
Yeah, he's
Jim
one of
McMillan.
one of the fastest guys with the ball.
and
Yeah.
and that team still has to make the league final because now they're known as the LA Clippers.
Okay.
Right. What was it? Bob McAdoo was on
Yeah.
that team.
That's when he came.
What's his
killing the
name?
league.
What's his name from Providence?
Jim McMillan was.
No.
Yeah, Jim McMillan, Ernie D. to go.
What's the guy's name?
Marvin
man?
Barnes.
Marvin Bad New Barnes. There you
Oh
go.
my! Didn't he go to ABA? Didn't
He
he?
did.
Spirit.
Yes, he
too,
did.
yeah.
Spirit St. Louis.
He started there first.
Yes. Bad New
So,
Barnes.
but anyway, with that players, I think it's going to be interesting. I think that the grind is going to be electric tomorrow night.
Oh man, it's gonna be
Oh, without
crazy.
question.
So if so if anybody has a ticket for tomorrow night's game, they have to enforce.
I was exploring tickets, right, and I come to the conclusion
Did you
that
see the prices?
the best ticket is in front of the TV.
Yes.
He said the best ticket.
In front of your TV.
My uncle said he wanted a ticket, man. He want to be right there to root for Kenny.
Listen, New York is probably one of the most expensive places on earth,
Oh yeah,
especially when it comes to entertainment.
you ain't lying
So-
about that. It's
So
ridiculous.
it's just like Craig was saying about when you go anywhere, Barclays, Yankee Stadium, Citi Field, it costs.
Yes.
I remember the teams I went to, and parking was $50.
Coffee.
Can you imagine what it is now?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no such
the
thing
thing
as
is that
it's no such thing as a
when
cheap
you-
date there.
when you decide to go to a you have to, like they just put out the NFL schedule last week.
Mhm.
If you pick a game, you better start saving now.
You're right.
Yeah.
Just to have enough.
All right.
It's,
So,
it's crazy.
all right. So, all right, John. Well, listen, we appreciate your call. We're gonna move on. Thank you for calling in, and thank you for sharing your.
Yes, sir.
And feel better, my brother. Yes, feel better.
Yeah, thank you so much. Listen, y'all keep each other away.
Good hearing your voice, man.
All
Good
right.
hearing your
We will
voice.
be in touch.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay,
All right.
okay now.
All right,
you
John.
too.
Be safe.
Okay, all right, bye.
All right, bye. So, here's some good food for thought. Let's talk about those ticket prices right quick. So, when you look at prices, when you look at prices, right, and you see like it's per ticket. I just want to be clear.
This is
with you.
MSG we talking about?
Well, they don't. MSG is not selling. It's the NBA selling it, and like I think I was looking at SeatGeek
Oh,
or something
Ticketron
like
and
that,
all
right?
that?
And
The game time.
right, I looked
StubHub.
at and these tickets are still crazy. I looked at one, so I saw like tickets that said how many tickets you want. So I said, all right, let me try for 3, hypothetically, right? So I looked, it said a bar stool in the 200 section, 210, and it was roughly right $7.59 a ticket. But it said how many tickets you want, but it didn't say per ticket. So when I tried to do the math, because I'm saying, what? Did I hit the lottery or something? Because I'm looking around and they say it's $7.59, but then they multiplied it by 3.
That's right.
And I was like, never mind.
That's a basketball game. Basketball game?
2400.
That's for them all.
Oh,
I
wow.
was looking at it. Right. Exactly.
Look at it game time the day of.
So
the
you
game.
you go what you think the scalpers is gonna have?
That's crazy.
If they got it.
But
No,
right,
listen.
one there might be some, but
I never.
I'm not. I wouldn't do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm
There was
not.
tickets available to the
I'm
Mets
not-
game yesterday.
Right. I'm not playing. I'm not playing with the scalpers. I'm not playing. If I'm gonna go and like maybe
You want
tomorrow
legitimate
might be a
tickets.
time where the tickets will come down. So that's part of what's important, like with the Long Island Railroad per se, like with the strike. So I go to the game, I'm jumping on the railroad. Not jumping on the subway, been there, done that. and like I
Well,
I graduate from Subway.
You see the money, the average salary they make on that railroad.
Oh, it makes sense.
You see what they had on the news? The salaries these people are making.
But
you know what's crazy though?
Prices
they
are
was
high.
always like $10 to $15 more than
us.
Than us. But being at being at New York City, want to stay getting money out your pocket. Get your money. Man.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm with them
Get
to
your
get
money.
their money.
Right, absolutely.
Because they stay in our pocket, nickel and diming us, taking us everything.
Yeah.
So get your money, man.
Oh yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely with that. They get paid.
But they
I
about
mean,
10, 15.
and they cross state lines. They well like going from borough to borough.
Yeah, they bringing them people from out that.
Oh, yeah.
To the city. So
it is.
And they need that train. They need it.
Right. And they said they had a contract of 4 years, 5 years.
Something like that.
Yeah, so it's time.
Long Island
See, when
Railroad?
the rule, when it's time for the rules,
They don't do like how we do.
and the
like every 3
deadlines.
years.
No, you gotta honor it. You
gotta
ain't honoring the deadline. You ain't honoring that the contract running out.
Right.
And people working without a contract.
Right.
So you're
Right.
gonna continue to pay them the regular scale that you've
Right.
been
exactly.
paying them and whatnot. And right, you're not making people like everything goes up.
One time,
Right.
And people need raises.
Cost of
Right.
living.
Right.
Right.
Jersey train.
So
they went like 10
I'm
years.
saying, but you want to raise everything else around
But
us.
the crazy part is
Some ain't helped, you
Got a
know.
lot of scandal.
you
over there,
talking
too.
let's go one at a time.
$300,000 that the guy who's the president of that union makes
Right.
a year.
Right.
How many of his passengers make that kind of money?
See,
See, that's
Well,
why
they-
the public is so against these
Yeah.
strikes,
Yeah.
because when they see the kind of money that people
Guys
make
are
in
making.
transit,
Yeah.
they don't make but
Right.
a third of that if they lucky.
Right.
Yeah.
So it upsets people.
Right.
And
At the same-
I
and
understand.
at the same time, when you get a raise, who's going to be the ones that are going to pay that raise? They're going to raise your fare.
Yeah.
So that's why people get upset when they do this
But
kind of thing.
this is the crazy
mean-
thing. What you just said talking about that. MTA, they should get money from the congestion pricing. That was
Right.
one of the reasons why they did it. And if you look at all your utility bills and everything,
Correct.
there's an
There's a
MTA,
surcharge.
there's an
They
MTA
on there.
surcharge.
Correct.
So that's money they make also.
Right.
So why you have to raise the fare for?
Right.
And you getting a piece of the
Right.
pie for all the utility
Right.
bills that we got to pay.
Right.
You shouldn't have to raise.
If-
You
if
shouldn't have to raise
If
it.
you really want to get
And they get
technical,
subsidized by the government
if
and
you-
the state.
I was gonna say, if you really want to get technical, how much money of the lottery go upstate and not here?
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the
Right.
constituency, though. That's
No, but I'm just saying, like you divvy
Yeah.
up money the wrong way. Money gets divvied up. divvied
With
up
the
the wrong
lottery,
way.
They don't
when it
think people
first came
know.
out, was
Right.
supposed to
But that
be
all comes from the
supposed to be for the
politicians, though.
schools.
Education.
Right. That's what it was
Right.
supposed to come
and
out.
it's still
Right.
allegedly still going to.
But
Allegedly,
what
yeah.
I'm saying is,
But people got dipped their
what I'm
hands
saying-
in it. So
what
many
I'm
times.
saying
no
is,
charter
it's-
schools then.
what I'm saying is, it's
Exactly.
enough money to
Those
divvy
schools
it
are
up
closed.
evenly, and they don't divvy it up
Right.
evenly.
And
It's-
OT.
It's lining somebody's pockets
For
every
sure.
time.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So meantime,
So
between
get some
time,
money, man. I'm proud of you. I'm getting it.
in
Get some
meantime
money.
and between
I don't
time,
care.
if I'm trying to go to a game and it's on strike, it's gonna be hard. And I know a guy that also do, like in case you don't have, he could bring you certain things,
Like
like
fire sticks and stuff,
exactly.
so you watch
So
on TV.
right, and like I said,
Don't forget Mousy Uber.
okay.
Mousy
I didn't know about that, but I'm gonna give you equal time. Well, where could we catch you, sir? Right, we need a
On
ride.
the Ave, on the Avs, on the Ave.
On the Ave.
Anywhere on the Ave. I'll take you anywhere where you want to go.
Is the meter running, bro? Come on. All right. All right.
You
Well,
gotta pay for bridges and tolls, though.
well, I just
Oh yeah, ahead of time.
I hope
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
people
that's right.
out
Ahead of
there with the Long Island River, I hope they get their
I
money.
don't
and
think
come
it,
to
I
some
don't think
type
it'll
of
go
agreement.
longer than this week. They gonna
But
have
yo,
to
I'm going to
settle.
interject a little bit. As far as with the strike is concerned, though, you got to look at it. Years past, the same numbers are on the table for the last 25 plus years.
For
As far as local 100,
Right.
but as far as LIRR, I mean, I'm not for argument. They may be a little overpaid. I don't know.
No, they're not over.
They make a lot of money.
They make a lot of money.
They make a
bro.
lot of money.
I don't
Yeah.
know if you know. They make a lot of money.
They make good money.
When
Yes.
the- let me tell you something.
They make a lot of
They're
money.
not overpaid. Let me tell you something. When the Post put the picture up, what did it say? That these guys made this in overtime.
That's overtime.
Right, that's
Right,
overtime. But it's a misconception when people look at it. They don't care that it say overtime.
Right.
They see over $100,000 and that's what they
That's
get
going on
upset about.
200,000.
Right.
Yeah. But it's
That's what they get
overtime.
upset about.
The whole
They
thing
don't.
is-
The regular customer don't see overtime.
I know, but see, the other thing you got to look at is their salary stays the same while everything else is going
Right,
up.
because
That's what I was getting.
Yeah,
I was
right.
trying to get to next.
Everything is.
But
going
that's
up.
everybody.
Yeah, I know.
Economic.
Ain't nobody.
Right.
There's
Cost of
nobody
living, all that
who's
stuff.
staying with the cost of living.
No,
Nobody,
no.
except the billionaires.
Yeah.
They're the only
Right.
ones.
They don't.
1%.
touch that.
Everybody
Yeah.
else, I don't care what you could be a doctor. You're not gonna keep up with inflation.
No, you're not.
They don't.
Definitely not.
The last 4 years, the Long Island Railroad went up. It went up every year. It goes up on prices.
Mhm.
They don't miss a beat. So how in the world you not gonna give them their raise every year? Because you going up every year.
Right.
That's not right.
One thing, if they can contribute to infrastructure or a 50, 60-year-old infrastructure on a regular basis, a raise for the workers is a drop in the bucket. It's a small percentage,
Mhm.
but they won't do it. Why they won't do it? Like I said, the numbers have been 3% across the board, especially for local 100 where we came from, for the last 30-something years when I came in.
And they fighting over 1%.
And then you got the give backs from the union.
From the, yeah.
Because these guys are in bed together. So, it's a lot going on.
That's a dirty game, man. Y'all know we've been.
Yeah, for
through it.
sure, for
Y'all
sure.
know.
And then there's no camaraderie. People don't stick together.
True. Fact.
When it comes time for them to do what they need to do in order to bring it to a standstill and see what happens. I think they should both go on strike at the same time and then see what happens.
Right.
Oh, that,
Oh, talking about the MTA and the
Exactly.
LSI?
But
This city would be stuck.
they can't do that because the MTA and the Long Island Railroad's contracts end at different times.
Right.
So you can't walk out on strike while y'all in the contract.
No,
And the
yeah.
MTA is smart enough.
They could end the negotiations. They don't have to stay there.
well,
don't have
let
to
me
sit
ask
there.
this. I thought there was laws put in place after our strike that you couldn't. It was certain things you couldn't do.
No, that was
don't apply to LIR.
no.
the Taylor
No,
law.
the Taylor
like-
law.
Yeah.
The tail law applies to us. It don't apply to
But
them.
there's still
Oh, they don't have
loopholes.
that
There's
Taylor
still
law?
I don't
loopholes.
think so.
They
I
don't
would
have
think that would be
to
brought
They don't
up.
have it?
No,
No.
they don't.
I would think that would be brought up.
There's still
if they did.
loopholes in it though.
Yeah.
They are not held accountable for like no.
They got it good then. They can
Like,
stay out
yeah.
as long as they want to.
Right.
But the
right.
purpose
Nah,
is
I
not
They
to
supposed
stay
get
out,
fined
but
if it was
Because
Saturday.
remember, the
they're
rich
not trying to stay
Also,
out.
When
it's
they
just
had
fine. It's just fine.
our
There's no
deadline
layoffs, it's
before,
fine.
when our contract ran out, was right before Christmas.
And they
And
extended it.
They extended it.
Yeah.
What was it to March or something like
I
that?
think it was January.
Yeah,
Instead
something
of
like that,
December,
yeah.
it went to January.
Yeah.
So we
Right.
wouldn't strike on
So,
Christmas.
on the
no more.
Right.
So they extended
Right.
it.
What's the
They
name?
extended it
What's
to
the name? Was
January.
the,
They didn't want to
Yeah.
interrupt
wow.
the
So that's what
holidays.
happened. Yeah.
Who
So
did
they
it?
extended
Who's the president?
Toussaint.
Tucson. Yeah, Tucson.
They
Roger
extended
But
it
that
to
was his
January.
deal. That was his out. Though.
Right.
That was his
Yeah,
out.
because he wound up being
International.
But that
Yeah,
was his out. That was his out. Yeah,
international.
that was his out.
Can I ask you, was the stadium, the Yankee game, like had a lot of empty seats?
it was
It was at Citi
it
Field.
was fair.
City
It was
Field, a lot of
There was
empty
still some
seats.
seats.
it was
right.
fairly crowded, but
Right.
I understand the Saturday game was more crowded than Sunday's game, and you could see empty seats.
Right.
And it was funny because at that Detroit game yesterday, I saw empty seats there too.
In the Detroit game.
The
Oh, the
Detroit
Buffalo
and
games?
the Detroit Cleveland game. I saw empty seats
It was
there.
a few. It was a few. It was a few.
It was, and you would have
on the
thought,
on the lower.
and then
tiers,
you
right?
would have thought that it might have been more Detroit people.
Yeah, they
Something-
sent 20 buses.
25.
25 buses
Correct.
from
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Right. The
Right,
owner,
some-
the owner
them.
paid for that.
Yes,
yeah.
indeed.
Something's
Yeah.
something's amiss
That's
with
crazy.
that.
25 buses, boy.
You got money. See, you
Yeah,
got money.
Oh, he
Uh-huh.
got money.
Who?
Yeah, he's one of the
All
richest
them
guys.
Cleveland.
All the
Owners
owners got
sent
money.
25
Look,
busloads of people there
A
to
billionaire,
Detroit.
Oh,
a
okay.
billionaire can spend $1,000 a day. How long you think that would last? Before you run out?
Longer than we alive.
2,700 years.
Yeah. Longer than we alive.
2,700.
Yes.
That's liquid though. We
Yeah.
not because their money not. It's not like that. Their money are not is.
No, we're not
It's-
talking about
it's
it's
not
invested
sit-
and stuff. I'm
It's
talking
not
about
sitting there.
straight $1 billion.
$1 billion.
That's all you got.
Nobody got that kind of money sitting like
2,700
that.
years.
Nobody got that kind of money sitting like that.
No,
Unless they
not
got-
that
no.
it's sitting.
It's
It don't
invested
have
in
to
something.
sit.
Unless they
Right,
got
it's
gold, unless they got
invested.
gold
It's
bars or
invested.
something
Right.
like that. They got
But I
money
understand
sitting
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The last 2,700 years, them guys is good, man. They invested every year, you know. They can afford to buy 20 bucks.
Most of those guys live off the interest anyway.
Right,
They're not touching the
all of
principal
them.
of nothing.
All of them.
Right.
Right.
And they're gonna need top flight security too.
Of course.
Well,
And it
they
still
are.
wouldn't touch their principal.
They
Never.
are.
It would
Right.
never touch their principal.
Right, exactly. So,
All right. So, I mean, I don't know if we solved anything, but it would be hard to, the chicken prices are high. The Long Island Railroad's on strike. So, I mean,
Well,
we
at the
messed up.
wrong
We
time,
can't,
right?
right? We can't make it unless the railroad's running because
but guess
as
what?
we got
You
older,
think-
I'm not driving
But
to
they're
the
milking
city.
fan.
Yeah, yes.
You think that's going to hurt the game tomorrow?
I was going to say, guess what? That stadium should still be filled.
It is going to
Well,
be.
Right.
Look,
You got everybody around the 5 boroughs.
And the
You don't need Long
the
Island.
subway is still running. so,
Right.
I mean,
You don't need Long
Well,
Island to fill it.
They might miss me, but they might not. Okay.
Yo, D Uber and Lyft.
No doubt.
Both arenas.
There and back.
Both arenas should be full because being
One way,
that the Knicks are trying to be like Steeler Nation now, both arenas should be full the whole 7 games.
Steeler
The whole- Yeah, y'all trying to travel everywhere now.
Man,
Like y'all-
people gonna
like y'all
people will
somebody.
walk to that game, bro. Trust me.
You know what I'm saying?
The
Like
watch
they
party,
somebody.
you go to the watch party? You go to
Nobody
the watch
even
party?
brought them up. Bitch.
No?
You had to talk
I said
to
they're
them.
trying to be like.
Oh,
We
my
can take
God.
the
There's only
subway.
two. There's only one team.
You
that
going to
travel-
Pittsburgh? Have
there's
you
only-
been to Pittsburgh?
Yes, there's only one team
Wait a
that
minute.
travel that way.
I'm sitting there corner. I hear see you.
I ain't say nothing.
You ever been to Pittsburgh?
Yes, I've been there one time.
You've been to a game to
No,
see.
I haven't been to a game.
So what do you mean one time then?
I've been to Pittsburgh. That's what you asked. You ain't saying, have you been to Three Rivers? Have you been to
been to
Hodgeville?
Pittsburgh?
Have you been to Acrisure? You said,
Three
have I been to
Rivers.
Pittsburgh?
Three Rivers
Yes.
is not where they play at. But, come
See, he
on.
don't even
I'm
know.
giving you the history.
I know
Three Rivers, Hinesville,
I don't even think it's still there. Right.
Three Rivers, Hinesville, and Acrisure Stadium. I gave you the 3 histories. All right. Of course, you didn't know that.
I
Say, 'cause your
know
your
Hinesville.
hearing-
I know
Sir.
Three Rivers. Because that's where the
Matt just
Pittsburgh
called me. I
Pirates
said, yo,
played
why you
at.
call me?
And
He said, oh, I thought I called the
Acrisure
show.
The Pirates.
Yeah, I know. All right. So don't.
All right, man. Talk about it.
You
All
never
right,
been
all
there.
right,
I
y'all.
just
All
told you
right,
I've been to Pittsburgh. That's
all right. Hold.
What's going on, fellas? How's everybody up there, man?
Turn your radio down. Turn your radio.
What up, Matt?
What's going on, my brother?
What's good? What's good, man? Shout out to my man, John Green. Get better, feel better, my brother.
Yes.
Shout out to G. G's in the South somewhere. I hear you, G. I see you out there. I'm thinking it's Charlotte, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to G, man. I just got an email, man. I got the blueprint on how the Knicks is going to beat Cleveland.
Uh-oh.
All right?
Here we go.
So, all right. So here it is. Now, big ups to Mike Brown for changing the offense and letting Towns facilitate the offense, change the whole chemistry of the team. I didn't see that before the playoffs, but I'm glad he did it. So here's how the Knicks is going to beat Cleveland. The Knicks is deep at the guard position. When you want to kill a snake, you cut it off at the head. You got OG, you have Bridges, and even Hart that takes away their facilitator and Harden, and you let Mitchell go crazy. Everybody else needs the ball in order to score. So you shut down. I would put OG on Harden, shut him down, and let Mitchell go crazy. He's going to go crazy. Everybody else is not going to hurt you as much. So I got the Knicks in 5. What I say? They should win that series in 5.
What's up with the Spurs and the Thunder?
Very good. Good question.
Spurs and the Thunder, I'm gonna say OKC is gonna figure it out on how to beat the Spurs. I know they got them 4-1 during the season. I think the coach Dagnall on OKC is smart enough to figure out, and he got the weapons, in my opinion. He got the weapons to overcome what the Spurs did to them. And I think the Spurs are going to be anticipating, the same type of style that the OK is going to change up on the Spurs, and whether they counter, I doubt it. I got the OKC in 6.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is Jalen Williams back?
He's supposed to be back.
Yeah, he's going to play. He's going to play. Jalen Williams is going to play. And that's what makes me say, because they're much deeper. They got a couple of weapons on that team. The guy that's so big for Jalen Williams who is out, that kid is balling, man. That kid is another weapon that they found.
They just
You know?
bringing guys in, man. They
Mitchell. Is it Mitchell? Is it Mitchell?
Yeah, AJ Mitchell.
Yes.
They got a guy they brought in off the street, off the block about 2 weeks ago, and he came in and killed them. I don't know where that guy came from. He just came in the game and killed them, man. Like, where they get these guys from, man?
Yeah. That's credit to their scouts. They should have taught that they playing. They play with SGA and they play for him because he's not a prima donna superstar. They actually like him. We like them, and they all get along. You can see them just playing for each other, man. And it's good to see, man. It's good basketball to see. So I'm hoping the Knicks make it to the finals. I'm not going to go as far as saying they're going to win the finals, especially if OKC makes it. But I think they should beat Cleveland in five games. I give Cleveland 1 game. Maybe.
All right.
Yeah. Something going on in Atlanta, man.
Yo.
They him and Green pick 5 games.
Who is Brunson going to be checking?
Brunson don't have to check nobody.
Yes,
you got
he does.
defenders. You got 3 on the ball defenders.
No,
And
Brunson going to have to
OG.
check somebody.
Well, listen, Brunson is a liability on defense.
No
Who's
kidding.
stopping Brunson?
So
Who's
who is he
stopping
going to
Brunson?
check? Who is he checking then?
No, that's not his thing. Brunson don't play defense. Brunson's a facilitator. Brunson is the one that ignites all the things the Knicks do. And they got a little wrinkle. They got Towns making passes and getting the rest of the team into the game now. So
what you really
that's a
saying?
small issue.
So what you really saying? Whoever's Brunson's guard is going to score 30 then?
No, and even if that's the case, which could be Mitchell, even if that's the case, who's stopping him? Even if Brunson opponent gets 30 on him, he's going to get 30 on whoever guard is.
I hear you.
Who's guarding Brunson?
He's in 30 points.
So that means but when you got 3 on the ball defenders, Harden is a liability because he's fairly new to that team. He's a turnover machine. They don't have forwards that can score 30 on their own, and their centers need the guards to get them the ball. That creates a huge problem, in my opinion. So we'll see. Time to tell.
Yo, Matt, you got to do me a favor. I need you to write a book, man. In my opinion, I think it'll be a bestseller. I
don't want to speak that. I don't want to speak for everybody, and I don't want to say it like I'm saying it's really going to happen. That's why they play the game. That's just my assertion.
I know. I'm just teasing you, brother. I know.
Yeah, but in my opinion, you're right. You Todd is right. You should write that book.
Yeah, for real.
That was the most disappointing game 7 I've seen in a very, very long time.
I agree.
But it looked like Detroit ran out of gas. It looked like they was one-dimensional. It looked like Cunningham ran out of gas. They didn't have nothing. They got frustrated. They wanted to fight more than play basketball. So I think Cleveland caught them at the right time. Well, I give Mitchell going forward a pass on him not being able to get to this point in his career because he had a lot of letdown with getting teams, even from Utah. But he played and he showed up. In my opinion, Harden didn't get that signature game that says game 6, game 7, you put it all out there, you got that signature game when everything was on the line that made you over that hump. Gary Bonds went through it, A-Rob went through it, players like that in different sports.
Not a young guy, man.
Harden had that signature game, in my opinion, game 6 or game 7. But Mitchell, in my opinion, he did that. It was supposed to him. He ignited, he passed the ball, got the big men into the game and everything. He sacrificed his scoring into later. And they played well. They my first. I had Detroit winning the game 7. That's all. But they shot me.
I think a lot of people had Detroit winning, and maybe that was the big rip off right there. That was the big payoff. Detroit took a dive.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna listen, man. Y'all keep doing your thing up there, man, and y'all go back a little bit further than I do it for basketball. I started in '81, but I love the paddle up there, man. The relics and Spurs and my man Dad did a whole 9 yards and got me through that team and that's on Mitch.
No doubt. Appreciate it.
All right,
Yes,
my brother.
sir.
You be
All right.
safe out
Okay,
there.
Matt.
All
Hey,
right,
Matt.
Yes,
All right,
all right.
All right, let me shout out Mel Nelson. He said, "Good evening, fellas.
What up,
Was
Mel?
in Charlotte over the weekend. My niece graduated from Davidson College.
Oh, okay.
Charlotte
Congratulations.
is nice.
Nice.
All right.
Congratulations.
All right.
right.
Yeah. It's that time of year, right? That is correct.
My grandbaby graduated from kindergarten this morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shout out to her.
Wife and my daughter's there. They went down that ladder.
Okay. So now, next week, she got to get a job.
She'll be at my house Thursday.
Well, that'll be her job.
Granddaddy for the summer.
That'll be her job.
Yeah.
All right. That's a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
So as time marches on and things changes, we back up and we look at coaches that might be out of jobs. Do you think anybody come to mind? Is Minnesota coach safe? Is Detroit coach safe?
They may have to. That could be a possibility. You
I
never
think
know.
the Minnesota
Who,
coach
Detroit?
might be in trouble.
Yeah,
I think
it's a possibility.
Detroit coach ain't
No, I
gonna
think
do
the
it.
Detroit guy be good,
Yeah, he should be out.
but Minnesota, and he's a good coach. The guy in Minnesota, he is a good coach.
Mhm.
But
Fist pinch,
when you lose your locker room like
Right.
that, and you got your players talking about the locker room, that falls on you. You know what I mean? So if the players are disgruntled, you know what I mean, and management, you know, they're gonna have to make a decision. They're gonna have to make a decision. And usually when they do that, we already know who goes.
Mhm.
It ain't the players to be the coach. You know, and I don't always agree with that. I didn't agree when the Orlando coach got fired, but I'm glad somebody picked him up right away.
Be high.
I knew he would get hired quick.
Yeah.
Mosley.
Yeah,
Mosley,
I know he
yeah.
would.
But all right, so I'm not
Y'all
I'm not
Davis up
blaming
3-1.
him.
I blame
I
them
think
players for that,
right,
man.
you the players quit on you. So,
Yeah.
but also you got to remember that the Wagner dude, he didn't play the games. He
was
didn't
hurt.
play. They lost.
Yeah, he was hurt.
I don't know if he was their savior, but
You know, he's a good player
That don't
for
say
that team.
that doesn't save them
Well-
either. When players get hurt, some of these coaches still get killed.
Well, you got to understand. I mean, Banchero, even though he threw the coach under the bus, he was the only guy who played well. The rest of them guys, you still got Bain didn't play that great.
No.
You still have players on that team that didn't
Suggs
play
didn't
well.
play well.
No, you know what I mean. So that's the thing I don't understand. How you blame it on the coach? If you guys don't produce, you're gonna blame me. You know what I mean? I don't get that.
If they're not following instruction.
Yeah, y'all guys is the one out there. Y'all was up 3-1, and y'all couldn't win another game.
Nelson said Bernie Bickerstaff should be out. But I mean, you know, that's
They need more help.
I
You got
definitely-
one guy.
that's not my call.
Well,
Well,
he won 60 games during the season.
Yeah, but I think
I mean, and he rose to a certain level, and like you know, you don't,
Okay.
you just
They
don't
won a
do that.
round. They finally won a
right.
round.
And the
Right.
thing about it too,
They're young to this thing.
very young. There you go. And like you said, you see it gets magnified in the playoffs
Mhm.
because you're playing the same team every time.
Right.
Until you win 4 games. If you go 7 games, whatever. And it gets magnified, and the team approaches that. Okay, we got to shut down we're gonna shut K down. We're gonna make somebody else beat us.
Right.
And you don't got another legit, like you were saying that the whole time.
Yeah.
They don't have another legit two scorers.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Somebody
what's
that
it-
can go get hit.
right.
Right.
You know, the guy, now I tell you who surprised me in this playoff and he played well. He didn't play well yesterday. The kid Jenkins from St. John's.
From St. John's.
The guard.
He
Right.
emerged in this playoff.
He did play. He had his
played-
moments.
Yeah, he played very.
He had his
He
moments.
played very well.
Yeah.
Harris let him down. You ask me, I think Harris let him down. You know what I mean? You show
How many
peaks.
years he got left
But
on his contract?
It's like you said yesterday, it was all on Cunningham. He didn't show up.
He didn't.
Cunningham looked beat. Like he
He
looked
didn't
like he
show
was
up. He
laboring.
was like
gotta do everything.
He was
He
laboring.
missed the first couple of shots, and it was like he got gunshots.
Seemed like
Yeah.
he was overwhelmed.
That was ridiculous.
He passed the ball too much for me,
That was
man.
ridiculous.
I'm like, there was times
He
like,
should
yo,
have
you
been
got to
taking
take
like
that
40
shot.
shots.
Yes, you got to do that. It's the last
Game
game.
7, you got to take.
Yeah.
You got to put it up.
And
You
he
the
missed
best
it.
player.
He missed it. He
You
missed
put
quite
it
a
up.
few.
He
though.
did. He did.
He missed
His
quite
Well,
a
he
few.
looked like huh?
His contract up this year.
Who?
Who? Harris?
Yeah.
I don't know if he be re-signed.
Nah, he
He missed
time.
quite a few. 3-pointer
his time
shots.
is up.
Boom, just bang off the back of the rim.
I
Side of
was
the
like,
rim.
certain
Came right
times
back.
it's like, yo, you got that ball in your hand and you pass it to other people. Yo, you got to take that shot.
Right.
You got to take it, man.
Game 7, you got to be greedy.
Yes, I agree with you.
If you're the
100%,
best
sir.
player on the team.
Yep.
They need to focus on them 15-footers initially. Just get close.
Yeah.
Dropped them
That
two,
guy,
he
one
couldn't
guy,
move.
that guy Sassa took a shot one time. I was like, yo, what is he? That shot was far, way behind the 3-point line. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
Right.
You don't see how much you down? Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I want to go off topic for a minute.
Go ahead, off topic.
Well, not off topic. It's still in basketball. What y'all think about the thing with dude from Boston?
Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, Jaylen Brown. The thing with him and Stephen A.
Yeah, I seen that yesterday.
Yeah, Stephen A. was critical of him, and then he came back at him sideways.
Yeah, he did. I seen that either this morning. I
Well,
think, or
this
something
morning.
like that.
I see some stuff, but I don't know if it's clickbait or not. But
Jaylen Brown speaks his mind.
Yes, he does.
He's an intelligent guy, and
Right.
he speaks his mind. And they look at him differently because he speaks his mind. So, and especially in Boston, they like Jason Tatum, no matter what he do. And I think he's feeling himself because the fact that he got MVP in the finals when they won. He had a great year. He carried that team all by himself with them guys around it because everybody was picking Boston to not even do well.
Yes.
At the beginning of the season. They play well. He was playing real well. Now Tatum comes back. Granted, Tatum, pulled up, at the end, but I guess he's looking for respect.
But the actual subject matter was him saying that this was a great year for him.
Right.
And
wasn't a great year.
No, he said it was
one of his best. That's what he
because
said.
he was the man.
Even though they lost,
right?
They still say it was a great year for him. And then, but he's not taking into account. And I'm like Stephen A. do what he do and say what he say.
Right, he gonna bait it.
And it was like times where he praised this guy when Jason Tatum wasn't there.
Right.
Yes, he did.
He just forgot about all of that.
Right. Yeah.
Like he just forgot about it. And now the other guy, the other commentator that was on the show was basically saying, why he just didn't invite him onto his podcast, and this way they could say what they need to say
right
face to face instead of having it
back and forth,
going back and forth. And even Stephen A., which I was surprised is I'm not gonna disrespect him. I was like, get him, dude, because it's
but Stephen A. during the season was praising him.
He did. It seems like they're trying to cause friction where there's no friction.
Right.
Is there friction between him and Tatum? Because I don't think it is, and I think they're trying to cause it.
Oh, you mean between
the talk.
I think Jason and Brown.
Yeah, I think the media is trying to bring up something in that something's there, and it may not be there.
What he told him was he looked at one part of the conversation he was talking about, and he didn't look at the whole thing.
Right,
correct.
And you went off of that one little thing that you was talking about. And the other thing is, if you do not know how to argue or articulate yourself like Stephen A. do, you're gonna lose the battle. Because he was kind of like dry and everything else in what he was saying, and it was like, yo, your argument is lost because Steve is eating you up.
Right.
You gotta know how.
Is that Jaylen Brown or the other guy you talking?
Jaylen Brown. Because when he did it, when he did his podcast, it was kind of like dry. It was like
all Stephen A. said to him was he needed to step his game up.
Yeah.
In his situation, instead of being in your basement, hire a production manager, do this, do that, because you got the money to pay for it. Just come up.
Yeah, that's what he told me. He
do what you need to do. What you need to do.
He said, first of all, if you're gonna come at me,
and then
you got the money. Get professional producers to produce yourself.
Come out the basement.
And come out the basement.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever. Then come holler at me. He
but like Todd just said, it was like they trying to cause friction between the two, between Tatum
and I don't know if they got, because I believe them guys, they came in together, and I truly believe
they should be good.
They good to get,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's separation. I mean, unless there's something going on that we don't know.
Well, I think
you know what I mean. But
that's a good point.
The media is trying to cause something.
I believe that they doing that because they do that anyway.
Because Tatum said something the other day, and he mentioned he got interviewed by the guy on Channel 4, Good Morning America,
right?
Channel 4, the black, I forget his name, but
that's
he
not
said,
Good Morning America.
Huh?
That's not Good Morning America.
Well, the one on Channel 4, whatever that morning show is. It's one of them. It's not that, but it's whatever it is. Good Day New York.
Good Day New York. Yeah, that's
and he asked him, going forward, he was interviewing Tatum and asked him, what is it that you got left? What do you want to accomplish?
Right.
And Tatum said, I want to win another championship and be MVP.
I hear that.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
So is that a jab?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Is that a jab? Because Brown got the MVP.
Brown got the MVP,
and Tatum felt he should have got it when they won because he played great. He carried them. So but why would you say that in public like that?
Yeah, you would. Yeah,
I can understand you want to win another championship, but he said win another championship and be MVP of the finals. That's what he said he wants to do.
Fair game.
But
You should be able to be in aspiration.
If you look back on Boston when the two of them was playing, there was a time, and I remember quite a few of y'all saying this, they don't pass the ball to each other.
They don't.
No.
In the beginning.
So how you getting along if you're not looking out for your second best player if you think you're the best player?
In the beginning, it was like that.
It was like that.
Other people would get them the ball. They wouldn't pass it to each other.
Well,
it's like your turn, my turn.
That's exactly
your turn,
how it
my
was.
turn.
Right.
Your turn, my turn.
It wasn't about playing together. It was about, okay, I got the ball. You wide open. No, I'll give it to Pritchard. You wide open, I'll give it to Harford. I'm not going to give it to you. And it worked the other way around. And look, that's how they play.
But it's a balanced offense. So, it's like.
So maybe, like I said, maybe
it's
there's something there that we don't know.
coaches
Who
in the
knows?
backcourt, and he gonna pass to his people. I'm passing mine, and then we're gonna score on
As
our
long as y'all
own.
give me the ball, it's all right.
You was working, man. You wasn't even on the team, man. Come on, man. Come on. You ain't know nothing about it. You ain't nobody told me.
Nobody told me
That's
nothing.
the other thing he said too, Jaylen Brown. He said Stephen A. B C D.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah,
that. I've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
that.
He said you're supposed to be a journalist.
Right.
You talking about all that other stuff. Is you really a journalist?
That's
And
what he
then
started
Perkins-
off as.
No. Then Perkins had to say,
Journalists are not paid to like nobody.
No,
They
I
just-
know,
yeah.
but Perkins broke it down to him and said, "Yo, he's more than a journalist.
Mm-hmm.
He just don't journalize. He give his own opinion about the game and how he felt, which that's what he does. That's
That's a
his
sport
job.
guy. Yeah, that's
he's
what we.
supposed
That's the
to
same
do.
thing what we doing here right now.
Yeah, he's not paid to like. He's not paid to like nobody.
It ain't about being right or wrong. It's just everybody has an opinion on the topic that we talk about.
Whether it be right or wrong. That's just all
In
it
my,
is.
like my man Matt say, in my opinion, I love it. He got to get that book out.
So, in my opinion, let's get ready to give our choices up. So we're gonna go around the room. It's only four teams left.
There's only 2 games.
Two
teams. Right.
Four teams left.
Right, 2 series. Only 2 series.
So we're gonna start with you, D.
For who?
Both teams. And it's a 7-game series, and tonight's first game is OKC hosting San Antonio. Who do you like?
Get the rosters.
Best of 7. Who do you like?
I think the series. I think it's going to go 7, and I'm gonna give it to the Spurs.
Okay.
You went West Coast first.
That's because they playing first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they play tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow the Knicks game. I'm gonna say the
they
Knicks
alternated the game.
Knicks
So we
in
got
5.
a whole week.
Shout out to
Of games
P.L.
again.
Clark who's watching. So
Knicks in 5.
Yeah,
Knicks in
One
5.
game a day.
Cool. Knicks in 5. You sound like my man, Shannon Sharp. Knicks in 5. All right. You're up next, sir. Magnificent.
I got OKC in 6, and I got the Knicks in 6.
Wow. Spoken like a true gentleman. All right. The Relic. Hold up.
I'm going with Wemby. I think I'm going with Wemby. I don't know how many games.
You said OKC in 6.
I'm gonna say Spurs in 7. Cavs in 4.
That sounds like Serge said that. Yo, hello, he got his finger in your back. Yeah, he got his hand in your back.
Yes.
Boy, that don't sound like Serge. He gonna
Right.
say the same thing.
All
I
right.
already know he gonna say the same thing.
Shout out to
giving it a
Sharon.
seven.
Shout out
I'm not saying 7 games.
Shout out to Sharon Rainey who's watching. Let me get this. Let me get this.
My worst nightmares come true.
Maybe you should stop. How about that? So
Wake me up.
you said OKC. You said the Spurs in 7.
Spurs in 7 and Cavs in a sweep.
You about to get jumped outside, son.
Why? Let him,
Why?
let him have his moment.
See why?
Ain't even the right colors.
He can't even. Yo,
It's the right color.
he gotta sit with the dunce hat on his head when his trick his thing.
So
don't
we
come
gonna
to
get him one
fruition.
too. Yeah, I'm gonna wear your team hat next week. I got one of those.
All right, Serge. Here we go.
I'm taking OKC, and I say it probably go 7. And then the other one,
The other one.
I'm picking
The other one.
the New York Knots. No, I'm not. I'm not doing it.
What?
I would never pick them. I got to go with the Cavaliers. I can't do it, Mongo. I started to. I really did, but I can't do it.
I was gonna
can't
get
do
on
it.
you.
Serge, how many games?
Wait, let's change it. Let's change it.
What?
If you was betting money, who would you go with?
Uh-oh.
Still shaky.
Tiny.
Yo,
Uh-huh.
we gotta mute your mic.
I bet on everything except the Knicks, the Mets, and the Giants.
Okay.
So even if my money was on it, it wouldn't be on the Knicks to win anything. So
Wow.
I just don't. That's throwing good money at the bad. I'm
Aight.
not.
So let's get it.
But
clear.
yeah, I Knicks in how many you said, Mongo?
Sweet.
4.
Knicks in 4.
I mean Cavs in 4.
Y'all
Cavs
gonna
in
eat
4.
that. Y'all gonna eat that.
We're gonna eat it. I'm pretty sure
We-
we're gonna end up eating it. But
we not eating
I'm not
nothing.
worried until the finals. Once the finals come, that's when we're gonna get serious. OKC in 4.
All right. Mel Nelson said
Or
Spurs in 6, Knicks in 6.
Or the Spurs.
Yeah. It's going. Yeah, the crash. The crash is coming.
All right, Coach.
Flip it.
Don't make sure I spell crash.
Spurs and
I'm
Flip
making
the camera.
K's when it's
Yeah.
I'm going
Show
with the
two
Spurs in
trains.
6.
Yo,
Mhm.
flip it.
Knicks in 6.
Steve, trying to hit the camera.
All right. I'm sorry, Tiny. Your turn, sir.
Oh, I'm going the Knicks in 7
Mhm.
and OKC in 7.
Oh, you going the distance. Both teams.
Yeah, both teams going to the distance. They're gonna give you a good basketball this season right now. It's already good.
All right.
that's actually the best scenario.
Kurt,
for
who
the
you took in the
fan.
West?
Spurs.
You did?
I took the Spurs in
7?
6.
6? Ooh.
6, yeah.
All right. I'm a mirror off of Coach. It goes Spurs in 6 and the Knicks in 6. All right.
Which one is it?
I hope
what?
the Knicks
Wah,
prove
wah.
me wrong and be the 4 again.
This just in. Mongo. Kenny Atkinson is now your stepbrother.
Yeah.
All right. So, instead of your uncle. All right.
You gotta go with plenty, yo. I know that hurts.
Adopted
I know
stepbrother.
that hurts.
But the team is set up the way I always wanted a team to be. He got a power forward
He got
that's
everything.
good.
They
He
got
got a
everything.
center that's good.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
they got everything.
Right. And then they got Schroeder's not a bad point guard coming off the bench.
He's not at
I
all.
like Dennis Schroeder.
I do
He's
too.
solid. You know what
And
I'm
let me
saying?
tell you, that
He was
guy
on Detroit last
and
year.
that guy
Right.
what you comes tough too, Struce.
Struz, yeah.
That guy's
Strus
tough.
can shoot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he
And he's
plays
tough.
D.
Yeah.
And he
Plays
plays D
He
too.
played Cunningham
He's
tough.
right.
He's tough.
Now,
Yes,
if he doesn't,
Oh.
if he don't get into the Boston way and shoot 50 up there, because they haven't been doing that. They've
Who?
been Cleveland. They've been in the
Oh.
35.3.
They gotta
You talking
cut
about
out.
threes, you talking
And,
about.
and the Knicks is gonna hurt them. If they turn that ball over like they did against Detroit, the Knicks is gonna hurt them.
Mhm.
They better not turn that ball
Now,
over.
the one thing I'm gonna say about the Knicks is that they've been shooting the 3 very well. That's been getting them blowouts. That's why they get blowing cats out.
Man, they've been playing the game
saying?
very well.
No, but they're actually hitting them. They shot 2 games last series. 2 of those games they shot over 50%.
Yeah,
And one of those was 57%.
yeah, it was crazy.
Like, yeah, that's ridiculous. Now let's see what Let's see how well OG's hamstring is. He's had a whole week off. Let's see how well he is.
Longer than that.
Yeah.
I was telling Matt, he was talking last night, he was trying to say he want OG to hold Mitchell. I said, for what? To blow out his hamstring?
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Chasing him
That's
all over the place.
exactly
You
what's going to
don't
happen.
put him on no guard. You don't want him on no guard.
Put him on.
Who was that? Who told you that?
Matt.
I said that in the chat.
In my opinion,
He just said it when he called.
Yeah. You don't want OG holding no guards.
No.
Right.
No guards.
Right. He's going to get his hand.
Not with that hand.
You're going to have to deal with one of those big guys.
Yeah.
so he had a 2-week layoff.
I don't even think Mobley is a mobile dude, man.
Mobley's a player.
Yeah.
I like how
he
plays.
can hurt. He could get hurt watching guarding Mobley.
Mobley could take you inside and out, boy. I like it.
And that's what I always wanted. I said, yo, we get a good power forward with Allen in the middle, we should be all right. But they was going for that small
the thing
ball
with
stuff
Mobley
when he was with
is
us.
he's too pass dependent on other guys.
Mobley.
Yeah, he can't beat you himself off the ball.
Right.
A lot of his work has to come off of passes, and then he get dunks and stuff like that, or open shots. He's not the
creator.
Right. He can't create. So you kind of.
That's
The Knicks got an advantage in that they got a bunch of guys that they could throw at Mitchell, because they could put Hart on him, they could put Bridges on him.
Yeah, they got multiple guys. Put
Clarkson, right? They got guys that
they
can
could
play
throw
him.
a lot of guys at him. You're absolutely right.
They could throw a whole lot of guys.
A lot of guys at him.
All right, so
it's the same thing with San Antonio. All them guards they got
so
them
many
guards,
people too, man.
Castle and Harper are amazing.
Yes.
They play D. They get in guys at De'Aaron
And
Fox,
the guy-
maybe not so
What's the
much.
guy off
And
the
Vassell.
bench?
Vassell
too.
What's the guy off the bench?
Vassell was
that
a
been there
starter
long
Johnson.
before the guys came around.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got
They won 6 man a year.
God, yeah.
they got a good team.
They
That's
got a
so dope.
squad.
They young.
They
The only
proved-
thing that might, keep them
Right,
from winning
they don't.
is the youth because
Right.
they're young.
Right.
But as far as talent, they got it.
This is their first real playoff run.
They got it. And
All right.
Wemby seemed like he on a mission.
Yeah.
Let me
Seemed
shout
like
out
he on a mission.
Antoine, the
That can
Quiet
happen.
Storm Monroe, who's watching. Antoine, the Quiet Storm Monroe. All right. Again, so
No trivia, Kurt?
No, not today. I didn't do my research.
uh-oh.
You didn't do nothing.
You got a lot going
I didn't
on.
do anything this week.
You had 2 weeks off.
I'm sorry, but
You did it last week, bro.
You had 2 weeks
Man.
off.
I wasn't here last week.
Oh, so he's right.
Tiny needs to speak his piece.
Yeah,
Good.
2 weeks off.
Okay, this is off the subject because I owe some people an apology. I owe Serge an apology because when I first seen the Michael Jackson movie, I saw the Michael Jackson movie at home in the living room, all quiet. And he came back and told me the movie was good because he saw it in the theaters. Everybody saying it was good in the theaters. So I'll say, yo, you know what? Let me go into a theater. Different experience, people. It's a different experience. The movie is dope when you see it in the theaters. It's a different experience. It was dope. That one. Watching it home in the living room, you ain't supposed to watch that movie like that. You're supposed to go to the theaters
Get the full effect.
and get the full effect. And I did that. The other thing is, if y'all looking for a good show to watch, Nemesis
Seen it.
on Netflix. If y'all didn't catch it yet, catch Nemesis on Netflix. That's a new one. All right.
What's Nemesis?
Huh?
What's Nemesis?
It's a show.
It's a show. It's a
A
series.
spy show?
No.
Right, what kind of show? You just said it's a show.
So how do you feel about it,
It's
Magnificent?
like The Wire.
No, it's not like The Wire. It's not like The Wire, but it's like it's like
It's like you got a 4-man crew that's thieves.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you got this diehard cop that's
That's
out to
trying
get
to
him.
get them. Okay.
Right. But
pretty
it's
good.
good.
One,
It's,
two,
it's,
three,
it's
four,
also
four
done
guys.
by Courtney Kemp. So
Okay.
Courtney Kemp is already with that. I
Right.
seen it
Seems
last
to
night.
be the writer of Power.
Yeah, for Power.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. She still is.
Okay.
So I needed something to watch. And they told me to watch that.
No,
and
that's good. I've seen
Good.
it over the weekend.
That's good.
Okay.
Let,
All right.
let me say,
Okay. Power's coming back on.
you brought up the fact that the home versus the theater,
right.
and one of the reasons why I haven't watched it at home is because it's not even the direct video movie yet. It's
Still
a
Cam,
cam.
still Cam, it's still
So
Cam.
the speakers is terrible on cam. I
Still
think me and
Cam.
Kurt was talking about that
Mm-hmm.
before. Like
Right.
you gotta wait for it. If you're just running to see it, yes, you're right. You need to go to the movie theater and watch
Man,
it.
go on
'Cause I know
Tuesday,
it's the
pay
speakers.
$6, you cheap.
No, because I know the speakers is what made it more better, right?
Get a
The
senior
sound.
discount, son.
Yes.
Because
They
it's like a
do
concert.
Wednesday.
It's almost like a concert.
Right,
basically.
right.
But it was good watching it in the movies with everybody else.
Right,
there.
right.
And you getting the effect from it. It was good.
Right.
So I had to give credit. I had to come back and apologize. Right.
I'm not paying. You know, we just talked about stadium prices.
I
You
know.
think them theater prices are cheap?
It's $5, bro. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Okay.
$5 where?
On
Don't
Tuesday.
Don't listen to him.
Man, listen,
It's $7 on
$7.
Tuesday.
Oh, not $7.
AFC $7, man.
It's under 10
Man,
bucks.
my wife
Yo,
spent like
look,
40 something
look,
dollars.
Exactly.
Look, go into your
I'm not
pants,
listening to him.
pull out that little
Pause,
tool,
yo, what are you talking about?
pull out that
Why
little
you
tool,
yes, calm
because
down,
I'm letting
son.
everybody know where you keep it. Because you so cheap,
Yo,
you don't
calm
need to
down,
have it.
son.
Unravel that bill that you
You
got real
so-
tiny
you so-
stuck in the thing.
You so cheap, you need to
Son,
get it taken,
calm
man.
down.
Come on now. Stop being cheap. Your Gauze, was he always this cheap?
Look.
When he was a little
Look,
kid?
that's what I'm
Always,
talking about
yo.
right
That's
there.
what he talking about? That's what he talking about?
That's why he be running all the time.
That's what he's running.
I ain't got
Y'all
nothing.
He ain't got nothing.
All right, y'all. So, all right, so let's
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
let's spin it back around again as time goes on, time progresses. We're almost in the middle of the year. So again, this Sunday, May 24th,
That's sad. Oh, boy.
Bars and Hoops.
I'll
First
get there
stop
by
to the next
week.
stop. Red Cup Affair. All other shows here at the station will be participating in our annual cookout. It is from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. 110 Jericho in Floral Park. Tell a friend, tell another friend. Pull up, have fun. We're gonna have free food. We're gonna have music. We're gonna have a spades tournament.
Just said it.
Come on out and have a good time. And we'd like to show you the workings of our studio where this all happens. So again, it's this Sunday. Come on out, check us out. Anybody else want to add anything on? We're getting close to leaving.
We still got time to talk about something, no?
Anything else? Anybody else want to add on?
Football.
We ain't mentioned
We
nothing
about to talk football.
football.
Why?
I'm just saying, it's what else is left.
All right, so
They make I gotta say something about your team.
Me?
yeah,
Yeah, your team.
You can say their name. Don't be afraid.
The Steelers. I ain't afraid with this Aaron Rodgers crap.
All right.
I don't understand. Like they really wait for like he's gonna be the savior of this team.
It's not about being the savior right now, bro.
You know what I
He ain't
mean?
worth the money. He ain't worth it.
I don't get it. That they waited for this guy, waited for this guy, waited for this guy, waited for this guy, like he's the missing piece of them winning the Super Bowl.
Look.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Who's your coach again?
McCarthy? I think his name is?
Yes.
And they had a problem in Green Bay.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get
The
it.
same, Kurt.
I don't get it.
They had a problem in
Sorry to
Green
hear
Bay.
that. though.
Right. Forgive my memory.
And this guy probably don't even play half the
You
season.
got it, man.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Listen. We're not throwing our guys to the wolves.
No,
all right?
he's not gonna play, bro.
He's
It's simple.
he's going to play.
mercy.
All right. He's already
Who you
already in training camp. He's going to play. He's there already. He's already talking to the players. The shot to even see him there.
Who?
Rodgers.
He hasn't finished the protocol.
It
to
ain't about Rod. You're not throwing who to the wolves.
The guy we just drafted, the guy we drafted last
Well,
year.
the guy you drafted last year should be playing right now.
Well, like I said,
But I told you he was a bum when you drafted him.
So we're grooming him. We're grooming our guys right now. All right. You guys don't worry about what we doing. All right. We 6 rings up. All right.
We don't worry. Trust me.
All right. So don't
We
worry
don't
about
worry.
what we
We
doing.
don't worry.
Y'all worry about what y'all teams are doing. Giants, Jets, 49ers, Cowboys. Y'all worry about what they doing. Catch up to us.
Listen to this.
All right.
Listen to this.
Go ahead. Talk, Tom. You can talk.
Tomlin's not there no more.
Okay.
These
And
playoffs ain't guaranteed no more.
the playoffs was a guarantee when
when
Tomlin
he
was there.
Yes, it was.
Winning
Come on,
seasons are
Winning
not guaranteed.
season,
Come
yeah.
on, come
It's
on.
not.
Come on.
They're gonna have a blow up the first week.
First off,
You know what I'm
let me
saying?
say this: you predicted that Tomlin was going to lose last year, and he won.
Okay.
All right.
In
so
spite
I
of
can't-
you.
so I can't trust your predictions now.
You can't trust
I got to
it.
put you with
I
Brace
mean,
now.
Y'all won regular season games. Y'all only win nothing. in the
Right, and we
playoffs.
shouldn't have lost, and we shouldn't have won that last regular
You know
season
what I'm
game.
saying? I'm
It's,
just
you
saying.
know, but we got a better. I feel personally, we have a better coach that further understands the passing game, the offensive game, and we got and Rodgers is there already.
You sound
You know what I'm saying? All right, okay.
Pittsburgh ain't going nowhere.
I ain't saying I'm not saying they're going anywhere. What I'm telling y'all is we need him there to groom the quarterbacks that's there.
He doesn't. Do
I
that.
want him to be there.
He
for
doesn't
that.
do
Let
that.
him
Yes,
be
he
a
does.
consultant. Let him be a consultant.
He
Yes,
does that.
Yes, he does.
Who he did that to? That you know.
He's a mentor to the Green Bay guys.
He didn't. No, he didn't.
No,
do
he
that.
didn't.
He didn't
No,
do that
he
to
did
Love.
not.
Listen,
He didn't do that to
Aaron Rodgers. Brett Favre mentored Rodgers.
No, they didn't. He didn't do that to Love.
Yeah, yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Love says it himself. What are y'all talking about?
No, he didn't.
Oh my God.
You saw that on the Pittsburgh Nation station, right?
He's talked about it.
Yes, pull it
You
out.
say now, if y'all trying to say he's just being political,
Shout out to Lord
politically
Archer,
correct,
Arthur
that's a
Nicholson.
different, that's a
what we
different
say.
story.
That's
But
exactly what we say.
he said it himself that Rodgers mentored him. He said it
Sound
himself.
like that
man.
dude
I
from
ain't
the
never
Liberty.
heard
Sound
that.
like the dude from
And
the
then y'all
Liberty
heard that?
commercial.
I ain't hear that.
I ain't heard
Look
that
it
either.
up. All you gotta do is look it up. Look up the video.
Aja Wilson, right? This is
Asia Wilson.
Aja Wilson, right? Scoring 45 points the last weekend in that game. And I believe that's almost a record for a woman, I believe.
No, her record was 50 something.
Right.
She scored
So
50 something.
Right.
Oh,
So
WNBA.
45 points. This
Right.
last game.
Them girls are balling already.
Yeah,
man.
they
They got
got
some good.
balling.
They got some good players in the
What's the
city.
name? Is Bolden, the second pick. The glasses.
Yo, so and for Minnesota, the Lynx.
Miles.
Yes.
Olivia Miles. Yeah.
And I don't even think what's called ain't play yet.
She's played, but she ain't doing too well yet.
Um,
You want the first pick?
No. The star of the team, the Lynx, my girl.
Oh yeah, she's hurt.
Rafisa.
She's
She
hurt.
ain't even there yet.
Right. Yeah.
But
she's
that
hurt.
girl came in and stepped in, bro.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, she's playing very well.
Mhm.
Playing very well.
Okay. So, all right, y'all. Did you get everything off your chest about the football or Mongo?
He got more. He
I
got
didn't
more.
talk. He talked. It
Who's
was
he?
him getting on.
What's my name,
He
boy?
wanted.
What's my name?
I don't know.
You better say my name.
I
You better be
don't know.
respectful.
I don't know.
Say my name,
I
boy.
don't know what your name
You
is.
better say my name.
Hold on.
Hold up.
Hey,
Could
hey,
you sound the
hold on,
bell?
hold on, hold on.
Yo, you started this time, man.
You-
I saw
you-
you
you-
started
yeah.
this time.
This guy. What's this guy?
Hold on,
thing?
hold on.
That's
That's not what I was looking for. I'm paying.
All right, well, great show, y'all. Let's say our goodbyes, and we'll tape it for next week. All right, start with-
Dave trying his best to get off the hook right now.
Really? All right. Oh, well, how was that? How was that?
Huh?
How was that?
Because you're supposed to be battling Todd.
I got winners. It don't matter. I'll take the winner on. All right, Mousy, start with you.
Great show. Everyone have a good evening. See y'all
Sunday.
Sunday hopefully.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
As always, you know, our listeners, our callers, we appreciate you guys. Y'all been sticking by us for all these years, and we do this for y'all, like I always say, and we appreciate y'all guys. Everybody have a blessed week.
My mother's birthday is this week. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom. All right, Serge.
Just want to thank everybody for listening again. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you again.
Coach.
Let's go, Mets! Let's go, Mets!
I thought he was gonna say Knicks.
I thought he was gonna say
He threw me off. He threw me off.
We got to take Coach Kurt out and get him some counsel. Why, Craig? Why? Yeah. Let's go, Knicks. Go, New York. Go, New York. Go. All right, y'all. Peace. We are out. See y'all Sunday.
Yes, indeed.